Gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to Race Wars, which I promise is a lot less horrible than it sounds. We're gonna be having a day full of StarCraft goodness. We're gonna have PVZs, PVTs, ZVTs. We're gonna have all that good stuff happening, and it's all gonna be right here, enjoyed from the comfort of your own computer. You don't even have to put any pants on. You don't have to put any socks on, though. Come on, we're not that barbaric, right? At least, you know. Socks, at least, I would like. Shirts, though? No, absolutely not necessary. So just go ahead and kick back, relax. We have a lot of StarCraft to watch. For those of you guys who don't know, it's going to be around 3 best of 7s that are all going to be all kill with 1 revive. It's going to be a PVZ, TVZ, TVP. And between each best of 7, we're going to have a show match. An Archon 1v1v1 and a 1 3v3x3. So obviously it's just going to be a lot of funs. It's just going to be a silly day of StarCraft. It's not going to be something super serious. And I'm going to be your host for the series, and I hope you guys are going to have as much fun as I will, because, boy, I got my LaCroix popped on open. So when my voice starts to do that, we're all good to go. I got my Bubba hat in case things get a little too serious and I need to just remind everyone that we're back down on Earth here. You know. Just to make sure we're still having a good time. And yeah, we're gonna also have interviews in between each best of 7, which is gonna be super duper fun by itself. All in all, I think it's gonna be a great stream, and I'm glad that I get to host it, and I hope everybody has an amazingly wonderful fun time. Goodness gracious me. Alright, let me just quickly check a couple of things here really fast, you guys. I'm sorry. Just have to do some stuff here. Just have to do some stuff here. Just gotta do some stuff here, and then I'll be out of your hair. There's gonna be a lot of throat clearing, so I apologize for that, but you know what? That's such is life, such is life. Interview in 10 minutes, an interview channel, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and give him the okie dokie. Okie dokie. No, we're gonna throw in the artichokey there, just so he knows that, you know, we're not too cool for him, you know. He kind of humanizes you with the people. There's gonna be a stream delay, unfortunately. It's gonna be around 2 minutes, which, yeah, that does kind of suck. I can't interact with y'all as much as I would have liked to, but hey, you know what? You know what? That's a-okay. I think I'll still be able to send some good Distance la Come memes out there every once in a while. Who knows, maybe I'll even bring back the Jay-Z's a Buttercup. Ooh, remember that? I remember the Christmas cup, guys. That was so much fun. The doing the shots thing for the the shots, the eggnog shots. That was like so fun. That was like incredibly fun. I love that so much. But yeah. I'm gonna make sure our Streamlabs alerts is up and running though. I want to make sure that everything is good in that regard. So I'm gonna quickly pop into this channel and make sure that I didn't, that they didn't change it, because I think I heard them change it a while ago, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's under pinned messages in the Casters Lounge. That's what I'm gonna guess. Looking at all the sensitive information. Thankfully, none of it can be seen on stream. Sorry. Here we go. Let me see if the URL matches. Let's go. Bowser. Yeah, we're good. Alright guys, we're rocking, we're rolling, we are ready to rock and roll. Let's just hope that I can stand this, because, you know, after casting for a couple of years, you know how you get calluses on your hands from lifting weights? You don't really get calluses in your vocal cords, unfortunately. You just kind of get like painful sores that, you know, are more likely to turn into more painful sores later on. So it's the exact opposite of what you would want to happen. You actually get weaker as your career goes on, but I think I should be able to handle it. I think the longest I've ever done, I've ever streamed consecutively, was like for 5.5 hours. Now, I don't think this is going to be quite 5.5 hours, Burzy, but guys, it's going to be quite... This is going to be quite a while. 3 best of 7s, Archon 1v1v1, and a 3v3v3. That doesn't exactly sound like the fastest series of events to me. But I definitely feel like that is not too big a deal, because thankfully I'm free today. I have nothing going on. So I'm glad to get back to my stream. Sniper is hosting the stream, getting us the nice little cute little Pokemans up there. Non-registered trademark amorphous creatures up there. So that's pretty cool. Thank you so much, Sniper. Ooh, and I almost spilled my drink, but I didn't because I'm too good. And yeah, as you can see, obviously I haven't played StarCraft in a hot minute here. See this? Bonus pool, 412? Yeah, really ugly. That's because between you and me, I suck. And I haven't been able to play that much. But we're going to see if we can, because definitely I'd want to. Oh, wait, did BioWice just kick me off his stream? No, what? Woot woot, Sniper SC says he wants Bubba Burgers. You want Bubba Burgers, my friend? Have no fear, because did you know that Bubba Burger, I wrote this down, hang on, is the #1 branded frozen burger in the United States? Try all out of their burger varieties, burger varieties, as well as their other great new additions. Buy it today. Seriously though, did BioWise seriously just kick me off the stream? No, I don't. Because here's what I'm seeing 2 minutes ago, for those of you guys who are watching, if you can still see. Let me turn on display capture. Hi! Look at this. Ready? This is what I'm seeing on the Alpha SC2 channel, so I'm not sure exactly who this BioWise kid thinks he is. First, he doesn't show up to the tournament, and second, he takes over my stream? Excuse me? Number 1, check your privilege. And number 2, check your village. Number 3, eyes on me? I don't know. That's what my kindergarten teacher used to say to get us all to shut up. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me, and then we'd go 1, 2, eyes on you, and it'd be we didn't do that like this yet because we weren't yet independent thinkers. But yeah, it was a fun time. Oh, kindergarten. Oh wait, Schnitzel, I have to go into the interview thing. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep an eye on the interview channel that everyone's gonna be in. And we're going to make sure that as soon as somebody gets in there, boom, we're there right ready to interview the hell out of them. Now, guys, I have no idea what I should say. I have no idea what I'm supposed to say. Also, I have no idea if you guys are even listening to this because BioIce's stream is still on. Nope, it's not. Alright, cool. Back to regular StarCraft. Swagger. Awesome possum. Let's go ahead and... we're fine. Let's go ahead and think of some questions to ask these people. The first series, if Mr. Miguel is not misleading moi, is going to be a... PVZ. Okay, so we're going to start it off with the best of 7 PVZ, which is going to be amazing. So the way this works is that there's 5 players. No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. Wait. Best of 7 with all kill with 1 revive. That means 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. And then... So 3 players each team. And then 1 revive. So that's basically what it works. So if it's a best of 7 PVZ, that means we have 3 Protoss players on one side, 3 Zerg players on the other side. They go krrrah. One of them gets a revive if they need it, and then krrrah, and then it should be all... Sorry, baby. And then it should be all good. I need to cut my hair. That's what I need to do. You know what? I mean, like, I do like the hair. Don't get me wrong. The hair is okay at some times. I mean, like, fashion-wise, I mean... Come on, really? Really? Do I even need to say it? Really? No, I don't, right? But practicality-wise, it does raise some issues when I have to do, or rather I have to deal with this around every couple of seconds. Like I just got transported back to middle school and I'm like, oh, no one understands me. I'm gonna eat Jolly Ranchers and listen to, you know, black licorice K-pop or, I don't know, whatever goth kids did in my school. We didn't have a goth clique in my school, so I wouldn't really know. I knew there was some girl who liked to wear spiked boots and like a collar and like black eye makeup and, you know, had the thing. But she was like, I don't want to say one of a kind because that sounds a little too giving, but she was very unique. I don't think I saw anyone else in school dressed quite like her. But yeah, she stuck it to the man and helped 7-year-old Swagger discover some new things about himself. So we are going to go ahead and keep that as a positive in my book. We held hands. No, we totally didn't hold hands. No, no, no. But I imagined holding her hand when I was in 7th grade, and I was like, oh, yes. Because I was a little itsy witsy bitsy little brown bean, pinto bean, and I didn't know what to do. Oh, I didn't know how to talk back then. I still don't know how to talk now. If you guys have ever listened to any one of my my talks, you would know that I am very much not good at talking. Speaking of being horrible at talking, we're about to join in the interview channel, so let's see if I can properly execute this. I was supposed to think of questions, but the only question I can think of was like, what am I supposed to ask? And you can't really go into an interview. That's pretty much the one question that you can't really ask at an interview. Is like, what am I supposed to, so what do you want me to ask? That's like, you know, going on a date and saying, well, what do you want to do? I don't know, what do you want? You're supposed to have a game plan, Spaghar. Let's see. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the interview channel in 3 seconds. Come on, it's just like going down a water slide. 3. The guy's waving me through, but I'm just... okay, here they are. We have Kakashi and Quarthies, which I think are going to be the team captains from the Protoss and the Zerg side. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump on in. How's it going, party people in the house? Ah, oh, stupid Spaghar, stupid. Oh, can't hear anyone. Hang on. Let me just crank everyone's volume up to 11. Let me see. User volume. Oh, was I supposed to wait for like an invite to come here so I didn't catch you guys off guard? I can't hear you. Can you guys hear me? I can't hear you. I see Miguel's thing going like boop, 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 but I can't hear anything. Oh, he's whispering me. He hears me. Ah, okay. I can't hear him at all, though. So, this is an enigma. Well, well, well. We shall see what to do here. Maybe I can just like hang up and come back in. Alright, say something now. Have I got bad news for you guys? I can't hear a thing. Let me see. Volume's all the way up. I've been in calls before. Let's see. I wonder why I can't hear anything. Let me see. Maybe let me just try restarting Discord and then we'll see if that works. Alright, I'll see you guys in a couple seconds. Bye-bye. This may not be off to a swimmingly good start. Oh, wait, shit, did I not even hang up? Alright, let me try that again. I gotta actually end the Discord process. Like Control-Shift-Escape. Here's some fancy StarCraft, no, super cool stuff that no one ever shows you. You gotta actually close Discord all the way like that. You have to actually end the task in Task Ender. Otherwise known as Task Manager, which is 99% of the time just Task Ender. Here we go. And now it's completely wiped out, and now we're gonna see if we can put that back up and see if we can go ahead and connect to the call. The funny part about this is that it's gonna be Diamond. It's all Diamond League, so I definitely have some questions planned around that. Alright, we're gonna jump to the interview again. Let's see. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom! Say something. Wow, what a life. Can't hear anything. Maybe if I deafen and undeafen myself. User settings. Streamer mode enabled. I don't think that stops you from voice calls, right? Maybe it's just the chat channel. Let me actually go ahead and see if I can just call Miguel just like that. And then if I'll see like if voice over Discord even works at all for me. If it's just a a channel problem or like a Discord problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and give Miguel a little ring. I'll see y'all in a sec. Here's Miguel. As he said, we're gonna give him a ring. Let's see. Can you hear me? Oh, I can't hear him though. Oh, what a life. Oh boy, well, let's see what we are doing wrong here. Cause Discord is, sometimes it acts funny. Who knows? Maybe it's streamer mode. Who knows? So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can turn off streamer mode. Maybe that'll work. Maybe that'll do something. User settings, streamer mode enabled. We're gonna disable streamer mode. Ah, no safety whatsoever. He hears you, come back to the interview channel. Okay, see, the problem wasn't that I couldn't hear him. The problem was that I can't hear him, not that he can't hear me. Hello, you guys? Alright, so here's the dealio. I can't hear you guys at all whatsoever in any sense of the word, but apparently everyone can hear me just fine. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to pretend like... Or I can just ask my questions, and then we can have like Miguel ask, just like whisper me the answers or something like that, and whisper me the questions. He can act like an in-between or something like that. That's something we can do. What do y'all think? Oh, just got a new Discord notification. I assume they're Wait, crap. Never mind.
il pense que vous avez gagné 4-3.
Ouais.
Les Quartis dice que va a ganar 4-3.
Oh wait, I can hear you guys now.
Oh, you can
I
hear
did
us.
it.
Okay,
Yeah, oh my god,
Okay.
I'm an idiot. So I set my sound settings on Discord. It was playing out of a non-existent thing, so I couldn't hear you guys. It took me like
Okay,
10
so
minutes to figure
I-
out though, so I'm super embarrassed.
so what happened? I asked some questions. So Kakashi said they will win 4-3, and Quartis said they will win 4-3. But Quartis knows they are like not favorite here, but they do think he has chances. I
Okay.
asked also why they pick their player. So Quartis asked first to 16 to play first because he's the lower rank. So they want first to see their opponents, before sending the best player. When
Makes
the
sense.
Protoss decided, when the Protosses decided to send Jaxmo with more balance, between macroaches, he can do everything, so he can be prepared to everything that can come on the first game, because in the first game you don't know the playstyle of your new opponent, So I ask that. Do you have any other question maybe for them?
Let's see. It's gonna be a PVZ series, right?
You're right.
Alright, well, let me ask both captains, the Protoss and the Zerg captains, which race do you think is better right now, Protoss or Zerg? Ooh,
Okay, so
spicy.
Kakashi y Swagar pregunta si piensas que Zerg o Protoss es la mejor raza al momento. ¿Cuál es la mejor? ¿Cómo decir? ¿Has entendido el
Sí,
inglés?
sí.
Sí, vale.
Sí, sí.
Mhm.
Yo creo que la mejor raza que está ahora es el Zerg, pero un poco, no mucho.
So
Y después
Zerg is
el
better.
Protoss.
Yeah, he says Zerg is better, but just a bit.
Just a little bit, a little bit. Okay, that's good, that's good. What about Quartis?
Quartis?
I would say the same.
I say it because Serral won everything last year.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense, right? When you have one
It's a
player
big
from a
play.
specific
It's
race.
a great player, but I think Thest is better than he or Shu.
Alright, fair enough. How about you, Quartis?
I guess the Protoss are like a tiny bit, I don't know.
Drama!
Okay. So what do you
Nowadays
think
it's-
about Nidus, Quartis?
I guess it's a bit complicated about that. Nidus makes the Orgel, I guess, a bit ahead, but I personally don't use it because I feel like it will be like nerfed hard.
Oh, the Nidus?
I guess yes. It's a
What do you
bit
think's the
too-
problem? Is it just like it has the Nidus form has too much health, or it's like the unload units too quickly, or which one? Like,
I guess it's too strong, like too early.
okay.
So-
Maybe
so-
like
so
delay
as
how
in-
long it takes to build the Nidus network.
Or maybe make the speed unload a research. It could be nice.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That
So
sounds
it's
like
less
fairly
effective.
reasonable nerf to me.
Yeah, I guess it could be nice. Because
Yeah.
it'd be less effective as an all-in, but still good as a mobility tool.
Yeah. So it's less gimmicky all-in and more like mobility focus. I like that. I think I like that.
Okay, guys. Well, we can maybe go on the first best of 7 with the first game. So we'll let the captains go now and watch the game. Maybe give some advice to their player and stuff. And have nice game. And we will show both of you on your next interview for another best of later today. Good luck for this best of 7. And have a nice cast, Swagger.
Thank you so much. You guys have good luck and good games.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Alright, so we finally got the interview working. It worked. I'm not an idiot anymore. I was sending it out. So like it has to know, like this bad boy has to know which device to send the audio out to. And we're sending it to something that's not an audio thing at all. And I was just being the biggest idiot in the whole history of idiots. So we fixed that up. We're rocking. We're rolling. We're ready to go ahead and start the games. We're in a lobby right now, as you can see. And I think we're going to have a really fun time, you guys. I mean, honestly, I think that we have some good games ahead of us. We have some good people in chat so far. Hemlock695, definitely a name that rings a bell or two. I'd personally like to welcome everybody to the stream. We do have quite a day of StarCraft ahead of us. Now, when I say a day of StarCraft, guys, I mean like a day of StarCraft. For those of you guys just joining us, this is part of the Psionic for the Alpha X Race Wars. It's going to be 3 best of 7s, and in between each best of 7, we're going to have an interview with the captains. We're going to have like a 1v1v1 Archon show match. We're going to have a 3v3v3, just to showcase the different parts of StarCraft that are available in the game, because there's so much more than just, you know, 1v1. You know, there's not there's really more to StarCraft than just 1v1, you know? And I think it's good to showcase that sometimes. As Sucre says, vamos escuela, and I was like, and I'm gonna go ahead and say, no, gracias, no lo quiero. I don't want to go to school, man. It's Sunday, why do you have to go to school? Stamper says, French people. I don't know if that's like French people, or if it's like French people. I like the way French people sound. They have a nice accent. I don't know. I know I have an accent. I can't really hear it myself. But I'm told that I have an accent, but no one gives me a straight answer on it. Some people say it's just straight up generic Indian, some people say it's like British, some people say it's Australian, mixed with a little bit of Indian, some people say it's British Indian, which doesn't make sense, some people say I don't have one at all. So, we're just gonna assume that something weird's going on over here that I can't really quite put my finger on. And just roll with the punches. This water is very delicious. Let's see. The first player that Alpha X is sending on up is going to be Swexteen, which is something that I feel puts me on a list just by saying that name, but you know, I digress. And D Life is going to go and send out JX Jaximo. We'll just call him Jaximo for now. And here's the cool part, you guys. These guys are Diamond League players. Now, it's kind of fun when you watch lower league players, because in the high level of play, you all really pretty much know what to expect. The Zerg's going to do one thing, the Protest is going to do another thing, one of a couple of builds, blah 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 blah. But I think in Diamond League, people can get really, really creative, and their own interpretations of how the matchup works and the different strategies you can see are so broad and so wide. I think you get more variety of games when you face at this level, especially if the two players are equally matched. Oh my gosh, those are some of the best games you'll ever see, you guys. I promise. You get into crazy situations, so don't think that just because it's not high-level StarCraft, it's not entertaining StarCraft. Something doesn't have to be fun in order for it to be, well, something doesn't have to be really amazing for it in order to be fun. And that's what makes it so amazing. Sometimes I don't have to talk, you know? Go whenever. Whew. I'm a little conflicted here because on the Zerg side of things, that's our team, that's Alpha X, that's who we reppin', but I am a Protoss player, so I really don't know who to vote for here. I guess I actually don't know. What we actually can do is look at these replays afterwards and like go over them. So if you have any aspiring Diamond League Zerg and Protoss players over here, take note, because I'm gonna be trying to do more technical focused analysis and see what they can improve on. Not necessarily like say like, oh, this guy sucks, this is what he's doing wrong, but like go over the decisions he's making and compare that to, you know, and try to explain how that's gonna play an impact on me. It's gonna be more technical focus is what I'm gonna try to make this cast about, not like, you know, wiener joke focused as I am sometimes inclined to do. Joptimus says, wow, I forgot this is going on. Arcane wins. He's gonna go and tell me I have a faint sound of Delhi. That's pretty cool. Thank you. Oh crap, I think I heard it right there. Thank you. I don't know the different kind of Indian accents though. I only know India. The faint sound of Delhi. I can't really Okay, I guess I'll add that to like the database then. Delhi accent. Alright. Well, now we know how long the delay is and that's working fine. It's like 2 minutes. Sambresi says, well, British Indian does sound right because India was an English colony for a while. That is right. I do actually enjoy drinking tea. How did you know? Tea, biscuits, crumpets, Cheerio. I said governor one time and I was like, woke up in a cold sweat from my dream after saying that, but I digress. We're gonna go ahead and jump on into the first game of our very, 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 very long day of StarCraft. Spawning in the bottom right-hand position of Port Alexander, representing Alpha XI, which I think it was kind of like the, you know, Diamond League and below, I think. Alpha X, not Academy, but like something. It is the Green Zerg player, Swexteen. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but like that's his name. His name is Swexteen. I can't really not say Swexteen, can I? Swexteen. That just sounds so bad. It's like the perfect combination of everything that sounds bad in a username that you shouldn't say, combined in a perfect way that makes it just barely not bannable. And I think that consequently we're going to see some amazing play from this guy. And his opponent spawning in the top left-hand position of Port Alexandra, representing D-Life, it is Jaxmo. Don't worry guys, I'm not going to make any boat jokes. I'm not that kind of person. It is not that kind of stream. We're just going to go ahead and cast a PvZ and be glad that we're casting a PvC because, man, it's been a while since I've casted a matchup that I had any knowledge about. Because, mainly, yesterday was I think the last 2 Pro Series I casted were like, either like ZVZs or like TVZs or something like that. Not many Protoss games, so I love to look at Protoss games because I have more knowledge about that, so I'm going to favor like talking about the Protoss and what the Protoss is doing a little bit more than what I've been doing with the Zerg, but I'll still try to be, I'll still try to be good about it. I'll make a couple of observations. Like, hey, that's an Overlord. Those give you supply. Now, actually, is this Overlord necessary? Just looking at this, I'm not certain. Like, if you had 8 less supply right now, like, he would be okay. Because this would have just finished on up, and look, now he has 36 supply, and now he has 100 less minerals for drones. So, I think this Overlord was actually unnecessary. Just, like, looking at it, maybe he could have, you know, just let the second hatch give him the supply, get a couple more drones, and then get the Overlord. But I'm not sure. That's just what pops into my head. Any Zerg players in chat are more than welcome to correct the absolute hell out of me. Alright, oh actually, Blink's gonna go and pick up that probe. Is this drone gonna take a 3rd base? Looks like he really wants to, and he is. So let's go ahead and talk about what the Protoss is doing, because the Protoss meta has actually evolved quite a bit after IEM. We've starting to see, you know, Protoss start to be more comfortable to stray away from the Stargate openings. The reason why they were so popular was mainly because that Zerg would do stuff like, oh, you know, 2 base or 1.5 base Roach all-ins, and if you didn't open up Stargate, you were kind of dead-faced. But nowadays, people realize that, you know, if you scout, as long as you scout it out, if you scout something like that out with an early adept, and you have a robo, you can still just go for, you know, you can chrono an immortal out, you can get some shield batteries, and it'll be okay. And actually, we did see like a lot of like soul push soul trains in IEM, surprisingly, where we had people just make a bunch of immortals, bunch of sentries, and just go. And that is like my favorite push. I think it has to be my favorite timing attack of all time. The soul train, man, it is just so cool. But yeah, looks like though Jaxmo is going to be going for something similar. I don't see him making any sentries right now, so I think he has an idea of what he wants to do. But again, the refination may or may not be there. Speaking of refineries, that's an assimilator. Crap. No Terran jokes in this stream. Oh, that kind of sucks. But then again, I'm not really good at chain jokes anyway, so we're okay. Swexteen struggling a little bit, as you can see on that drone count, trying to keep up with that Protoss, but Chrono Boost is pretty good. But yeah, it's doing okay so far. Getting a lot of gases right now, all at once. And going up to his lair as well. Does he have any idea what's happening? He sees maybe a gateway, but he hasn't sent anything into the main yet. Generally, you can send an Overlord into the main if you're a Zerg player. You can come around from this angle over here with your second Overlord, or even your first Overlord if you really want to. And you can just kind of jump into the main over here, and you can pretty much get a full scout on off, and it's 100% of the time worth the Overlord. So it looks like though he's going to be doing that Soul Train build. 2 Immortals, War Prism is out. It takes 3 Immortals to kill a Roach, but you know, sometimes you just can't wait, right? And here he's gonna go. Maybe he's just gonna go for a 2 Immortal drop. This isn't really that many extra gateways. Looking at it, maybe he's still trying to afford it all. I actually don't know. We will go ahead and see soon enough. On the Zerg side of things, he has a lot of gas, already up to 360 right now. Now you can see this is a little bit of a consequential of a non-refined build. He's putting a lot of gas. That's okay. You know, not starting up his upgrades out of the way. That's also okay. Just has to be careful about this 2 Immortal aggression. 2 Immortals and a War Prism can do a lot. Now, 2 Immortals and a War Prism are a lot worse against Lings, but against Roaches, boy, let me tell you, they do not play around. And here we go. Let's see if the micro from Jaxmo is there. Is he paying attention? Yes, he probably is. Maybe taking a little bit more damage on those Immortals that I would have liked, but still getting out of there all the same. Another Immortal is going to go and finish up production, and with the advent of more sentries, I think he's gonna go ahead and push across the map as soon as this finishes. Yep, here he comes. It's gonna be a Soul Train. Swixteen technically knows about this if he was paying attention to that bling. I'm not sure if he was. 6 drones are in the production tab, but that's, you know, from before. We'll see if he tries to act defensively. He's floating a lot of gas. Maybe some Ravagers would be really good, since, especially because Ravagers are pretty gas intensive, and they really are what you want against this build. It's actually why this build was phased out of the meta. Oh, Color BS1 is not following. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate that. So let's go ahead and see what Jexmo wants to do. More Stalkers warping on in instead of, well, actually, kind of a funny choice to warp in Stalkers. Generally, with just like more Sentries, more Zealots, but you know, I can respect that. Let's see. He is just making a lot of Roaches, but this army is pitifully small. I think there's no way he can hold on to this third base. I think he's gonna run back, run his drones away. Oh, he's gonna try and take the fight, and that's why you gotta be sure you know what you want to do before the giant Protoss Death Army comes up onto you in force field range. 16 is absolutely going to lose this based on all the drones over here. Can he hold at the top of the ramp? It's going to be the question. And even if he does hold at the top of the ramp, what does he have behind it? I mean, he has like a bunch of drones over here, which I guess are going to all die. So 1 base worth of saturation? That's not looking good. He's going to come down here one more time. A couple of Roaches are never going to kill this in the history of ever. And I think that's pretty much it from Specs team. He was floating a lot of gas, doesn't really identify the build in time, and unfortunately just got killed as a result. GG is called, and Jexmo will take the first game off of Psionic Aftermath with a swift 1-0 lead. So not bad for all you Protoss lovers out there. That was a pretty standard walk across the map and kill him sort of build, but you know, you don't need stuff. It's StarCraft. As long as you get the win, the strategy you did was good enough to win, you should be happy with that strategy. And now as far as improving yourself, there are all sorts of things, but you can't take that win away from it. So that's good. We're gonna have to see what, or rather who Psionic Aftermath wants to send up next, because they have to send a Zerg, so that's the what taken care of. I'm gonna go ahead and drink some water, as I can't believe you've already been live for almost an hour now. 37 minutes to be exact, which I guess not really is like an hour, but who's counting? I'm good. Really, I'm fine. We're rocking. Okay. I gotta just stretch out just a little bit here. Looks as though Alpha X is thinking of sending out Ling Boy next. Ling Boy sounds just like a person that I definitely am interested in. Ling Boy, let me see. Ling Boy. I want to take a look at his profile. Sorry. If at all possible. And no, he's not in the Alpha X channel, so that's okay. No Ling Boy for us. But anyways, let me just go ahead and see what the chat from 2 minutes ago is saying. Tchilla blasting that pylon, which is, I guess, okay. Oh, okay, so Alpha XI is the international clan. So if you're international, you get the Alpha XI tag. Okay. Gotcha. Makes sense. Baneling bust him, and that's it. It's a 5-6 minute push without Ravagers. It's GG for the Protoss. Huge force fields, yeah. So basically, if you guys want a quick talk about that build, basically the first thing you have to know is that it's happening. I think that double immortal drop should be pretty evident by itself that this guy's making immortals early on. Need to make defenses. This is kind of weird, right? So I think that should have been a kind of a giveaway. But, you know, if not that, then you can definitely send in an Overlord into the main. Or even just, like, sack the Overlord in the natural and go into the main. You really can. The most important thing you can do against a Protoss is to know what aggression they're going for off of 2 bases. Because a Protoss against Zerg, 99% of the time, Protoss is going to go for something aggressive against you on 2 bases. Just to kind of control your drone count if you're Zerg. So you have to make sure you know what it is. If you see that it's a Robo and Immortals, you gotta have that Soul Train build in the back of your mind. You gotta try and confirm that. You gotta pay attention to the third base timing. If there's no third base down by like the 5-minute 30-second mark, or like 5-minute 20, and there's no probe coming out, you start to get a little bit concerned. And, you know, just make sure your build is nice and refined. Because we did also see he was floating a lot of gas, so maybe not the best choice over there. I'm okay. So it looks like we're gonna be waiting for Ling Boy. Just gonna go ahead and chill until then. Chill with my peeps at Alpha X. How you guys doing? Are you guys doing good? Is it popping? Is it locking? Arcane Wind says, what is Alpha X? Is it a team or a community? We are both. Sniper is gonna go ahead and answer for me, so I guess this is like, unless nobody answered you for 2 minutes, then it's useless for me to even say anything. But basically, Alpha X used to formerly be Psionic Aftermath, but we pretty much just went through a name change and a shift in management after some drama went down. And basically, we've been a team for quite a long time. We're more of a team, I would say, because we do have sponsors. We do have some, you know, high-level players here and there. Astria, notably being one of our top players here that you can see competing against some pro players occasionally at some lands, which is really fun. Definitely, yeah, we got our own jerseys a couple of weeks ago, like a month or two ago, and that was really fun. We have a lot of members. We have a lot of members. We throw a lot of events too, like so many events. That's where most of our money goes. We make sure we spend it on events. We give back to the community. We throw tournaments. We have a good time. That's the whole point of the team. That's the whole goal of the team. So, and I think we do that goal pretty well. You know, community-wise, I don't want to say we're the biggest community tournament provider. Because there are things like, you know, Olimo League and all that other good stuff that a lot of people put on the community that aren't, you know, official pro top level events. But I would say we throw the most mid to high level events, you know. I'll say I don't really know anyone that throws more mid to high level tournaments as consistently, as regularly, for as long of a time as us. Which I think is something to be pretty proud of. So, let's go ahead and jump on into this next game. It is going to be on New Repugnancy, a map that I haven't seen in PvZ in actually quite a while. It seems to be vetoed a lot. Not really sure why. Hang on. Yeah, I don't think Protoss really like playing New Repugnancy all that much, because the main question is, you know, you got your third, but my god, our fourth base location is just kind of tricky. Personally, I don't really mind it all that much. I think the fourth base isn't that exposed as long as you know how to split your army well, and you have good map awareness. It's not too hard. Fifth base, of course, is kind of hard to take, but every map's fifth base is hard to take. So I don't know why Protoss like to veto New Repugnancy. I don't know. Hemlock is calling it new incongruency because I guess there's a joke there that I missed, and I feel a little bit ashamed, but that's okay. New Repugnancy, New Repugnancy, New Repugnancy, New Repugnancy. But yeah, I think most people are just complaining about the fourth base on New Repugnancy. And it's not, I don't even think it's as bad as people are saying that it is. I don't. I think if you have good map vision, good map awareness, it's an okay map. Our convention seems rather large, lots of staff and groups, etc. When he's referring to Alpha X. Yeah, we are pretty big, I would like to say. We've been around for quite a while, so if you have some time to get a lot of players, get a good solid team of managers high up. The people who have been around the longest are people who have definitely deserved to stick around the longest, so definitely happy about that, you know. And yeah. We do have a lot of stuff, and we're actually growing consistently, which is super fun. Like I remember, I've been with Alpha X, formerly Sonic Aftermath, for they're waiting on me. Shit, go whenever. Oh, maybe they're not. I don't know. But basically, I remember when the first big milestone for Sonic Aftermath that I remember was our partnership with Afrika. I got to sit in on the negotiations for that and like talk about it, and my god, it was a little nerve-wracking. I'm not gonna lie. It was definitely a little bit of a scary moment there to see, like, you know, because we're talking with Afrika. We want to get this sponsorship. We want to get going. We want to, like, you know, throw these tournaments. You know, get that money. And yeah, we nailed that sponsorship down. We got some good ideas, and you know, I'm really happy that we got them, because Afrika's been one of our most consistent sponsors, and they are freaking amazing. So definitely happy about that. We're landing new sponsorships left and right. I remember I did a sponsorship for, hang on. The game is starting, so Swagger has to stop talking about his personal life. Autofellatio is no fun in StarCraft. But yeah, Bubble Burger is another one, Sector 6. We're picking up more sponsors here and there. It's really exciting to see this team grow, and I'm very excited for the future of Alpha X, so I'm glad you guys are sticking around to go ahead and witness that too. I'm sure it's going to be just as fun for you guys watching us grow as it is going to be for us growing. In any case, let's go ahead and introduce our players. You can't grow if you don't talk about StarCraft, right? Spawning! There we go. In the top right-hand position of New Repugnancy, representing Psionic Aftermath, representing Alpha X, it is the Green Zerg player, Hemlock. And his opponent spawning in the bottom left-hand position of New Repugnancy, winning the first game via Soul Train, representing D-Life, it is Jaxmo. Jakesmo. Daily Life Esports, not a bad logo, but it doesn't have any dragons, so I'm really not impressed. And yeah, looks like very standard opening, some guy from both players. Let's talk about New Repugnancy for just a bit for you guys who may just on a little bit more analysis here. So if we're looking at a Protoss' perspective, New Repugnancy, if you can establish its 4th base, no problem. Like, Zerg is undoubtedly going to try and push you if you take a base over here. On this low ground, it's a very pushable base. There's a huge concaves from both sides that you can kind of choke the Protoss army up behind if you go in from both sides. It's going to be hard for them to try and defend that properly. If the Protoss takes his 4th base over here, again, you can attack from the high ground. You know, you have all sorts of counterattack opportunities over here. So, it's, you know, that's also pretty nasty. And yeah, it's just kind of a Protoss-wise, it's difficult, but if you can get this 4th base established, 5th base is going to come in pretty easily as a shoo-in. And then you just kind of slowly creep your way up this side of the map, and this middle part over here, going to be kind of hard to push through, but it's kind of short, so your early game aggression is going to be able to do a little bit more in that regards. Taking a look at the Zerg's perspective of these things, my god, New Repugnancy is not half bad. Bases are very close together. The creep spread between your bases can be established very quickly, very easily. You can push your creep out across the map very easily as well. And you can set up very strong defensive positions on this map. Look at these choke points that the Protoss are going to have to push through. These, you know, weird middle of the map rocks and stuff like that. I mean, he's not going to be able to, you know, very comfortably push through these before he has maybe 150 or 160 supply, you know, because only a crazy person would try and come in through here, right? Yeah, I mean, the surround possibilities are just, ugh, make me shudder. And he's gonna be walking on creep too. It's just big dangerous. You also think maybe you want lurker play here because with a lot of choke points and narrow passageways, you know, the lurkers just kind of scream that they make sense. And if the Protoss is positioned awkwardly, Storm against Hydrogen Bane can definitely, you know, defend against that pretty well. But if their positioning is not so great on New Repugnancy, lurkers can really shred up a Protoss base very quickly. So that's just kind of my initial impressions from this map so far. Let's go ahead and take a look at what our players are actually doing. It's going to be a Robo Twilight into a Dark Shrine build. So it's going to be DT drops coming out from Jaxmo. Now, DT drops have definitely phased out of the meta for one strong reason, that if you're getting all in, you're going to have a little bit of a rough time because you're going to have like 2 gateway units and a warp prism to defend against this. And ain't nobody want to defend with that, right? Gonna be a pure Link Flood coming out over here. I would have loved to see a Baneling's Nest, but that's okay. Hemlock is gonna go and start working over here, and Jaxmo is now in a huge world of trouble. He has nothing to defend against his DPS, right? He's gonna try and re-wall off, and he does get the pylon down a little bit late. But yeah, this is just gonna be in the end for him. If he doesn't warp on a sentry ASA pronto, he's gonna go and warp it in. Is the pylon gonna survive? He's gonna go ahead and get that down good, but he doesn't have a backup pylon ready just yet, and the wall was not clean. Oh my god, the wall wasn't clean. Oh, maybe he could have held it off if he warped in another sentry in time if the wall were clean. Alright, well, Jaxmo loses this match, and this is the danger of Dark Templar drops, and this is why Protosses have started to open up with Stargates, because this kind of nonsense is not happening. DT is not even trying to hack and dice, slice and dice. I think Jaxmo is just absorbing the loss at this point. And we're going to see a GG coming out here anytime soon. He's going to go ahead and attack his own gateways in retaliation, which is fun. He has 1 worker left, right there. And guys, I know DTs are good, but literally, like, yeah, he's making spines and spores in each phase. He knows, as long as he literally just does not die, this game is his. Like, if 2 Dark Templar don't come in and destroy his everything, he's okay. The Nexuses go down, the workers go down. I don't know why Jaxmo is still in this game. I mean, I don't think he has any reasonable expectation of winning this one. I think he just kind of wants to maybe special tactics time. Wear Hemlock out so he's not as good against an ex-opponent. Is it gonna make him eliminate him? He's not rebuilt the space and it's being revealed. Let's take a look at player perspectives here. Yep, that's a pretty good player perspective, I guess. GG is called. Hemlock is going to take a very quick game number 2 victory over Jaxmo. Just going to show Protoss players why you have to be so careful when you open up Robo Twilight Dark Shrine. Or just quick Templar drops in general. I mean, they're just, ugh, you're just begging for it, right? Sniper SE. Oh, those are some pretty cool emotes there. If only I could emote the same way. Oh wait, I can because I am a subscriber. No, I'm not. But if you want to be able to emote, less like Sniper SE can emote, make sure to go ahead and subscribe for more StarCraft 2 content, I guess. Anyways, that's gonna be that. Let's go ahead and see who is gonna be sent up next from D-Life. I do not know. I think that's a kind of a mistake though. Like, why would you... Hang on. Like, why would you want to go for that sort of build? Like this extremely dangerous, you know, 2 Zerg aggression build on a very relatively small map. Like maybe on King's Cove. I could see that build working like no problemo. But, you know, New Repugnancy, that's just a little, you know, that's a little dangerous, right? Anyways, yeah. Can anyone in the chat do a little Sharky? I just want to make sure that we still got a little Sharky potential in the chat here. In case I ask for it later on, you guys don't just, you know, dead fish me and, you know, throw out a smiley face instead of a little Sharky. If anyone tries to substitute a smiley face as a little Sharky, there will be wrath to pay. Yeah. Fairly straightforward game. Hopefully a learning experience for all of you Protoss and Zergs out there. And let's see who we have next. We're just gonna go ahead and chill out for a second as we wait for the next game to go ahead and take place. Oh, not emo, promise. Let me just quickly check a couple of things. Alright, let me go ahead and make sure. Guys, if you haven't already... Hang on, let me see if this command still works. Matcherino? Never mind. Bracket. There we go. Here we go. We're gonna take a look at the bracket here. No, wait, we don't want the bracket. We want to look at the Matcherino. Where's the Matcherino? Here it is. I'm gonna go ahead and link the Matcherino in chat. Go ahead and use the code. Let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and link it over here. I mean, I don't even know why I'm saying this right now, because you're gonna get this, you know, like 2 minutes in the future, and it's not gonna make any sense. But, you know, if you're wondering why I sent some random messages in the chat 2 minutes ago, this is why. Let's see. Code NA is best. Ooh, let me see. Oh, did they change the Matcherino look? Oh my gosh, Matcherino looks so much different. NA is best. Sign in to contribute. Twitch. Let me go and link the Matcherino for you guys. Here we go. Code NA is best. Free 50 cents to prize pool. Someone little Sharky that. 2 minutes in the future if no one else has said anything since then. Contribute. Coupon code NA is best. Why did it say I have $0? Didn't I have like 25 in here from the... Whatever. Contribute. And boom! $76.65. Isn't that amazing? Sign in. Twitch. Sign out. Sign in. Battle.net. There we go. My Battle.net is different than my Twitch. That's kind of weird. Anyways. Yeah, so we're at $77.15, guys. Make sure you click that link. Scroll back up in chat if you have to find it. Click that link, type in that coupon code, and you'll give our players a free extra 50 cents as a thank you from you to them for providing them some awesome StarCraft games. No Sharky. We don't have any Sharky? Oh my god, not like this. Not like this. Oh. Man. Oh, what happened to the little Sharky? Someone has to tell me. I know there's a 2-minute delay between having a conversation, but we're gonna figure this out if it takes me forever. What happened to the little Sharky? Is it only this emote? Is it only a little? Is it? Oh, I think it's only a Discord emote, and it's not on. It's not on the. It's not on Twitch. That sucks, face. Ice Preludes had contributed, and I can see that the prize pool is now 77.65. Thank you so much, Prelude. I give you a little bit of a kissy because that shows you that I appreciate you. No, I guess we're still waiting. Kakashi is actually going to be sent up next. Just waiting on the new map to be chosen. That's it. It's going to be Kairos Junction. How is your guys' day going so far? Good? I hope it's going good. My day so far is going just alright. Okie dokie. I woke up, I was eating some fish, and then like freaking Miguel texted, like I got a call from France, and I was like, so here's the thing. I actually woke up to like my phone going do 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 do. It's under my pillow, so it's a little muted, you know. So I had to pick it up, and I just looked at it like this, and I saw +31, and I was like, wait, French? And then I looked at the actual thing that told me it was France, and that was the phone said that it was a call from France, and I was like, who the hell do I know is in France? Probably just some garbage crank call, malarkey, whatever schnitzel. So I didn't answer it, I put it down, I went about my day, woke up, ate some, what did I eat? I ate some rice and garbanzo beans, and then I had some, like half of a protein bar, and then I was gonna go work out, and then I got the call again, and you know, it's not muted this time because you know it's in my hand, and look up and it's the same caller from France. So I'm like, okay, obviously some guy from France really wants to talk to me. We'll see what's good in the neighborhood. Hello, and it turns out it actually I heard on the other line, hello, is this Swagger? And I was like, oh my god, what's happening? And I was like, yes, this is Svagar. Can I ask who's calling? And it was actually Miguel. And now keep in mind, this is the first, while we go and introduce our players here. We'll still kick opening. Bottom right is Kakashi representing D-Life. Top left is Hemlock representing Sound and Aftermath. Let's get back to the story. So, basically, keep in mind, this is the first time I've ever heard Miguel talk in my life. Right, like 99% I've only heard like a couple of people's voices ever in the team. Like I've heard, I think I've heard Snoopy's, I've heard Miguel's, I've heard Sushi's, I've heard Jay-Z when Jay-Z was still a part of the team. I heard, who else did I hear? I also heard, I think I heard Droptimus, but I'm not sure. So only like a couple of people in the team have actually like heard in real life, know what their voice sounds like, right? Because we were casted together, or they called me or something, and it was all, you know, it was all like that. But basically, so I had no idea who this guy was, is what I'm trying to say. And let me just tell you guys, Miguel's voice sounds, if you haven't listened to Miguel yet, my god, we should have that as like a subscriber, like a subscriber special, right? Hang on, there we go. Like if you. Oh, hang on, this is a little bit crooked right here. I need to fix that, don't I? One sec. But yeah, if you like subscribe to us on Twitch, we should have that as like a special perk. You gotta listen to Miguel, a personalized message from Miguel, say thank you. Like, thank you so much. Actually, if he doesn't say it like a wiener schnitzel like me, he go, you know, thank you so much, like, thank you so much. And it's like, oh my god, this is so cool. I love hearing foreign accents, man. Okay, I don't want to. Yeah, but like, I really like hearing like accents of people. It's not a racist thing or anything. It's not like I like to make fun of it. It's just like I like the way that different people sound. Like I have some friends from Peru, and like hearing how they like speak and how they speak English and like how they speak their own native Peruvian Spanish tongue. Oh my god, I find it like incredibly interesting. It's just like how the voices are different, and I think to myself like, you know, how did their mouth develop differently so that the noises that it makes naturally make this kind of noises, and what kind of noises exist in that language that makes their mouth want to stay in this shape, you know? It just kind of makes me think, and I always like listening to it. I don't know, am I talking about this too much? I think I am. But I really do like it. It's super interesting. Yeah. Miguel's accent is like solid, like 9 out of 10. That is like some ASMR level French goodness right there. Oh my god, it's like he's talking croissants right into my ear, and I'm like, so buttery, so smooth. Okay, let's go ahead and stop making people uncomfortable and get back into the game. Adept Scout coming out from Kakashi, and it's snap! We're gonna see a Twilight Council. A council for the Twilights, a council only made in the Twilights, a Twilight Council, if you so would prefer. It's going to be thrown down for Kakashi, and we're going to see glaives? Because without any Robo, I'm not really sure what you're going to do with just a Twilight. I mean, it's going to be glaives. Okay, so I haven't seen this kind of a build in a long King Kong time. I don't know why Glaive Adepts fell out of favor. I honestly think it was just a meta thing. Like, people thought other builds were stronger and just did those and forgot about the Glaive Adept build. But guys, I promise you, Glaive Adepts are still, like, super strong. We see Neeb open up with, like, Oracle Aggression into Glaive Adepts, and that does a lot. Because Zergs don't really expect a standing and fighting army from the Protoss that, you know, that early. They expect, you know, like, quick, you know, maybe a couple drops here and there. They don't expect Adepts to be shading everywhere, especially now that it's out of the meta. And yeah, I really think that Glaive Adepts have some potential in this meta. So, Glaive Adepts are almost going to be done. The Robo is going to go ahead and be thrown in as well. Are these pylons overkill? Probably not. I guess better safe than sorry. He's going to warp in and add it to see if he can defend against that. Probably going to get back to work, these lazy bums. Unfortunately, there's no more links behind this. Of these 4 links. Oh, he's going to let it finish? He is! Alright. Oh, okay. Cancels one. But it's still a full wall off. Nope. It's just a partial wall off. This is what we call a stalker wall off, folks, because it only walls off stalkers. And pretty much nothing else. And it's a tough life being a stalker, or an immortal, I guess. Anything that's not really a small unit gets trapped by this wall off. I think if you're like 2x2, you get trapped by that wall off. I think something like that. I don't know, but yeah. Spine Crawler going up into the natural base of Hemlock. Does he know that's gonna be Glaive Adepts? I think the Adepts probably give it away. Probably give the Adeptness of this whole build away. Here we go. Let me go ahead and see what they can do. He's poking a little bit, nothing too special. War Prism is done, and as you can see, it's a very non-committal build that Kakashi wants to throw out. It's just 3 gateways. I would love to see a... Yeah, he's... Okay, so he's going to go ahead and try and make a Nexus, unfortunately. Does end up having to get that delayed a little bit, plus some pathing issues. So quick pro tip for you guys. If you always click your probe to click on the mineral patch, and then, you know, shift click it to make a Nexus, it'll just go right through whatever's in your wall off. And that's generally a more effective way to go about things. I like this micro from Kakashi. It has to be a little bit better than that, I would say. I mean, he did get some link kills, but it was a little sloppy in losing an adept, but that's honestly not super important. And possibly the quickest Lurker Den in the history of StarCraft 2 we've ever seen. This is like, what, 5-minute 20, 5-minute 25 Lurker Den? And 2 evolution chambers at the same time. So one thing's for certain, if Kakashi were going for that freaking, like, Soul Train build, or even just like Archon drops, like Hemlock would be in some trouble, because this is some very greedy, extremely high-tech play coming back for Kakashi. The reason why I think this is kind of weird is that generally when you're going on Hydras and Lurkers, you need to have a really strong, solid 3 base economy to support that. You want to be like around the, you know, 55, 60s drone mark at the very least if you want to be able to make Hydras comfortably. Otherwise, it's just kind of, you know, it's gonna die. Yeah, okay, that kind of sucks. Not knowing the pathing and all that stuff like that. But yeah, that does kind of suck. A lot of gateways here was possibly the most unique wall-off I've ever seen in my life. You know he practiced this shit, you know? That's the cool part. You know Kakashi had to practice this shit. And this is actually very, very cool to see. I don't know, I have no idea how that's gonna actually work out for him. If I were to guess, I would say it's a little inconvenient if the army wants to push on up. They can take down these gateways pretty easily. But yeah, so Hemlock's army is going to go ahead and consist of a bunch of Lurkers and some Lings, and that's pretty much it. Now, Lurkers by themselves do kind of suck, but we're going to have to see if what Hemlock wants to do with that. He has 58 workers, so he's not really hurting too bad in that department. A little bit, okay, so he needs to definitely do a transfer of drones down to this 4th base location. Generally, more than 16 drones, and you're not really mining very efficiently. And any more than 24, and you're not really mining anything extra at all, so yeah. Definitely a mistake there from Hemlock. That's like, that's not a small mistake. That's like 7 drones that he could have had that he doesn't have now. Right? Now here's a problem with extremely high technical armies from Zergs like this in the early game, or in the mid game. If you don't really have the meat to support this army, a War Prism in the main is just going to kill you. There's no getting around that. If Kakashi were to take like a couple of adepts, or an immortal and some adepts in the main base and do a warp in, Like, how is Hemlock ever going to defend that without taking massive amounts of damage? Your army is so small, he has to be so careful. Like this, he's going to go ahead and get caught right here. One lurker goes down right away, but that's okay. Kakashi going for this weird Adept Immortal timing. Now, this is pretty... he needs to find some damage with this. Adepts don't really have that much staying power as the game goes on. They don't really do that much as the game goes on later and later, so definitely needs to find some use for these bad girls. Warping into Charge Routes now, definitely a better choice. Moving on into Storm, so a lot better composition. I actually would have loved to have seen him prioritize a second Robo Bay or robotics facility, and maybe even a Robo Bay, considering the new disruptors are out. They can definitely deal with the disruptors. The lurkers a little bit better, rather than being more gateway focused and having Storm and stuff like that. Couple of feedbacks coming on the Overseers. Overseers literally don't care. And this 4th base is unfortunately going to go ahead and go on down. The army from Hemlock, you can see, is very immobile. Not going to die anytime soon, but he's definitely not going to get ahead. Not winning himself any points in this game. And Kakashi, meanwhile, taking a 4th base behind this. He is macroing up strong. You know, missing a couple of gases here and there. Maybe should have thrown down another robotics facility, but hey, that's okay. 8 gates and a robo is more than enough for him at this point. And yeah, the small lurkers coming on in for Hemlock, just playing his own interpretation of PvZ, which I find very interesting to see. I mean, he's just trying to set up this perfect defensive sort of, you know, composition, but it's a Zerg's job in this stage of the game to grow and grow and grow and get huge, because if you sit on the same amount of bases as your opponent, you're not doing well as a Zerg, so you have to get ahead, you have to expand, you have to keep on getting bigger. So this sort of style is not something I particularly enjoy to see, but hey, maybe you can find something out of it after all. This lurker is going to kill all these zealots eventually, not before they take a lot of drones with them though. My god, I think all the drones in the main are going to go ahead and go down. He's going to try and poke in the natural, just super scared of these lurkers here. 4 lurkers here are definitely enough to at least make this army think twice. If Kakashi were really brave, he would shit on top of it, but I don't think anyone is that brave, so can't blame him for not doing that. Hydra then gonna go down as well. 1 lurker just trying to kill off the zealots. They finally go down. Bushidojin is now following. Thanks so much for following Bushidojin. And here we go. The main engagement is happening. Kakashi recognizes that there's just no meat on the ground for Hemlock to support these lurkers, and as such they will fall very soon. And now, floating 2,000 minerals, Hemlock has nowhere to go. His injects were not on point, unfortunately, and that also helped contribute to him not really having that much meat on the ground. On the opposite side of the map, though, he's trying to do something with these lurkers over here. I mean, they're going to pick off a couple of gateways, maybe. It's definitely hard for Protoss, even in the high leagues of play, to properly get detection where they need it at all times, you know. So definitely I feel like this is a good counterattack from Kakashi. Unfortunately, I do feel like he's going to lose every single one of these lurkers. And as soon as these lurkers go down, I think that's going to be the game. I mean, he's on 3 bases. He really needs to spend that money. I don't want to look at his APM because I don't feel like that it's super duper important that much of the time. But I think this is one of those instances where I think it is. You can see it floating at around 100-ish, maybe 110, but it's definitely extremely low. And as a Zerg player, I would say it's very, very important that you have that high APM to support your injects, to support your macro, to support your creep spread. That's definitely one of the things that you have to watch out for, because without that, look at this, floating so many minerals. If he spent, like, literally, if Hemlock spent his whole bank, he would have been in a very dominant position this game. Not very dominant, but, like, pretty dominant compared to Kakashi. Or at least he wouldn't, at the very least, he wouldn't be susceptible to just straight up dying from this push, right? But as it is right now, I don't feel like this is enough to stop the wrath of Kakashi. He has an observer here, so that is going to be a-okay. These lurkers are going to go down without so much as a bite. This 3rd base is going to get killed as well, and I think Hemlock is seconds away from being forced out of this game. 3 drones going down, but that's the least of his worries. GG is called, and Hemlock, with 3,000 minerals in the bank, is going to go ahead and tap out to Kakashi, giving D-Life a +1 victory, or rather a +1 advantage in this series. Definitely good pressure from the Protoss player. It's weird. I think there are 2 main problems I think I can identify with Hemlock's play that I would like him to work on if he's looking for some improvement, some criticism. I think first off, his composition and his game plan was a little bit off. Generally, rushing lurkers and playing defensively with them is a losing strategy, because as Zerg, you need to get those, you need to aggressively expand to get those bases, or you need to aggressively try and make something happen against the Protoss. sitting on 3 bases doesn't really do that much for you. It doesn't do either of those things, so it's not really a recommended strategy, I would call it. And then secondly, you know, if you have problems with the APM, everyone have problems with the APM. One time I remember I was so happy because I got my APM above 100, and then I was so happy because I got my APM above 150, and then I was so happy because I got my APM above 200. I mean, basically, literally load up a couple of... I got a Twitter notification. And a text from my mom that says zucchini squash, so we're gonna save that for later, but yeah, zucchini squash. Like, oh, why'd you squash that zucchini? It's not me. That's not nice. What did I ever do to you? But yeah. What was I talking about? Shit. Yeah, basically, yeah, if you're having problems with APM, load up a custom game and just, you know, try and say, like, okay, this game I'm gonna have 140 APM no matter what. Like, even if I make stupid things, even if I make stupid decisions, my APM is gonna be this high no matter what. And then, you know, just keep on loading custom games, keep on going fast, make sure you're using hotkeys, make sure you're, you know, expanding that creep, getting your injects on time. Load up custom games just to work on your creep and injects. Like, don't care if you're floating 1,000 minerals, just make sure your creeps are good and your injects are fine. Your creeps are good. No. Load up a custom game and just focus on your creep and your injects and all that other part of Zerg macro that you need to focus on. And then, you know, try and incorporate that more and more in your practice games by, you know, making units now. Or rather, not making units, but like being active with units, being active with your aggression, scouting out, making proper responses, etc. You just gotta grind it out. You just gotta grind it out. You gotta get that APM up there. So that's really what's gonna take you from Diamond. If you can get to Diamond and float 3,000 minerals at that point in the game, you obviously have some very strong fundamentals. You just need to be able to bump that up a little bit of extra points, and undoubtedly you'll get into Mastiffs. Like, without a doubt, without a doubt. Anyways, I gotta drink some of my delicious LaCroix. It looks like I finished it all off like 2 seconds ago, so now I'm kind of sad. Pouty face. Let me see if they ask me go-go. Generally, I'm always ready to go-go. But, you know, sometimes they ask, and I appreciate that, but it's not necessary, but it's okay. It's okay. Miguel says, is everyone listo? And I'm gonna say, I am listo. Oh, wait, does Miguel speak Spanish? That's weird, because I thought he was French. Does he speak both? Well, that's pretty cool. Who would have thunk? Alright, because I thought him, I heard him speaking Spanish to, some of the team captains in the interview before the games. And I was like, oh, that was pretty cool. So I think Lucas helped me to defend that push, but I didn't manage to use them to push myself. Really, there are ways to defend pushes that don't require lurkers and that don't damage your economy as much, right? So if you, I would recommend you just go for maybe a, you know, either a Roach Ravager Hydra sort of style or maybe a Ling Bane Hydra sort of style, and that lets you be more let me change the scenes. That lets you be more dynamic on the map, and it doesn't drain your economy as much, and you have more actual meat on the ground, you know. And it helps you expand more too. Honestly, I don't think lurkers are. They can be a composition you work toward, not a composition you rush, you know. Colossi or Protoss can do that because their units are, you know, really powerful in that regard, and they're fine just like sitting on a couple of you know, the same amount of bases while they mass up. Zerg can't really do the same thing, I would say. So I would say pull off the tech units just a little bit, try and focus on a more, you know, meaty composition in the early stages of the match. But anyways, let's go and introduce our player spawning in the bottom right hand position of King's Cove. He is representing D Life Gaming. It is Kakashi, the blue Protoss player with the awesome Protoss skin. I don't know what these little things over here. Why are they like hot rods? Why is it like fire? I don't see. That doesn't make sense. That just don't make sense. Then again, the Simulant Zerg skin, which the player in the top left hand position isn't actually rocking, exists. So I guess I can't really complain too much. Spawning as a green Tyrion player, representing Alpha X International, it is Quarthus. Oh my gosh, can I stop doing that? Alright, cool. Yeah, Tuchia, I think, is saying it exactly right. As a Zerg, you always need to be one base ahead of your opponent, and lurkers don't really help you do that because Yeah, if you're going for rushing lurkers, if your opponent pressures you, the only thing you're gonna have to defend are lurkers, which obviously, you know, worked for him okay that game, but as you face better and better opponents, and if you want to actually, you know, climb up in rankings, that's gonna be less and less of a problem for the attacking Protoss. Because if he sees lurkers, the first thing he's gonna do is send a prism to your main. And we all saw how much damage that did. It absolutely destroyed, like, ravaged the main base of Hemlock there, so... definitely, I would say more meaty composition early game, and then you can work toward developing that lurker tech later on. So if you want to advise, maybe open up like, I don't know, Roach Ravager Hydra, or something like that to defend early game aggression and just kind of, you know, get an army up. And then after that, you can go ahead and throw down a lurker den, and then you can like build toward a composition after you're on 3 bases, establishing a 4th. Of Roach, Ravager, Hydra, Lurker, right? And I think that might be a winning strategy that you may want to try out. And also, again, the injects, the macro, really work on all those things. Really, Diamond players, I think, struggle the most because they're trying out their builds are getting more and more refined, but their macro isn't catching up fast enough. So we end up with situations where both players are, you know, floating a lot of money and, you know, having to be really careful about that. So make sure you're spending your... First off, getting more actions per minute, and also being able to look away from certain things. Knowing when it's not important to look at something, so you can go back and macro at home, or focus on something else. But anyways, that's the last game. We're going to go ahead and focus on this game. It's going to be the same opening, it appears, from Kakashi. It's going to be Glaives into a Robo, so we're going to be seeing some Glaive Adept aggression. Again, I love seeing Protoss players experiment with different kinds of... How come that's not spinning? It always is. No, it's not supposed to be spinning. What am I talking about? I'm an idiot. But yeah, I always like seeing Protoss experiment stuff other than Stargate. We're seeing it a lot in this meta. You know, people are like not opening Stargate because they're like, I'm not gonna find any damage. I'm gonna have like an orc, like, you know, or like at least if they open Stargate, they don't go straight into drops because they know that the Zergs are getting better and better at defending against that. You know. But I digress. Let's go ahead and see what Kakashi wants to do. He's moving out with 4 adepts, pretty formidable force over there. Since you're gonna go in, hold the base, hold the door back at that home. He needs to force field. There you go, and that should be enough to defend. There we go. So shooting across the map, Kim's Cove, obviously a pretty big map, a very open map. Not really super duper lurker friendly, if I do say so myself, but you can go for it. Lurkers are almost a good choice on pretty much any map. They don't really care too much about choke points. Obviously, you want to go on a map that does have choke points, but I think it's one of those compositions that kind of you can make work on any map. No, he shouldn't finish the shade up. Don't finish the shade. There you go. There he goes. Gonna go ahead and stick around, deny some more mining. These drones being forced to evacuate. What am I doing? I'm still looking at player perspective now, which is actually intended. For Kakashi. Gonna go ahead and macro back at home. There he goes. He starts up a War Prism, or rather, no mortal. Not really. Is he looking at?
Some bad guys closing in on your army.
Is he looking at that? Or is it just a bug? I think it's bugged out. Never mind. And yeah, just gonna go ahead and pick up more drones here. Adept harassment, I think, versus Zerg is super underrated. Like, they can get in there, they can kill the drones better than Archons, I think. Yeah, they don't get really pushed away as easily. They can, like, commit hard and then, you know, get picked by Prism. And yeah, they can definitely find the damage. So 5 drones going down for Quarthis. Quarthis still spending that money, getting his injects up. All these hatcheries have little gross things on them, so I'm very happy about that. Except for this one, but I think this queen is going to go ahead. Yeah, she's working on it. Give her some time. Which is over here going to go ahead and try and deflect those adepts again. 2 more drones going down. A total of 10 drones killed from the early game aggression of Kakashi. So definitely doing his job as a Protoss player. More gateways going down, as well as constant immortal production is always something that you like to see. Unfortunately, okay, yeah, he is actually going to go up all the way to 5 gateways, and I love this wall up actually. Like, cause like the Zerg can't really push up around this map. They can't do sneak banelings over here, and you're gonna position your army right here anyway, so it's kind of good. It is a little bit susceptible to Hydras bombing it from the low ground though, so again, maps, wall-ups like these I'm not huge fans of. Maybe if you kept it close over here, I'd be a lot more happy. But that's okay. We're gonna see if Kakashi can go ahead and make this timing attack work. He's having his last 2 gateways finished up now. They're a little bit late, unfortunately, but he's still getting them nonetheless. Does he have a Templar Archives? No, actually. No Templar Archives, so it's actually warping in Adept. So it looks as though it's going to be an Adept Immortal Sentry push, which is very, very strange, but it can pack a punch. It's deceivingly powerful, I'd like to say, especially in these leagues. So this time from Quarthus, not looking quite equipped to deal with it. He's going to go and push on in. The Adept's going to go ahead and get right on top of everything. The force field's good. I think he could have spared a couple more force fields to guarantee the kills. And now going for this round is Quarthus. Let's see how good this push works out. He's going to go ahead and try and get another warp on in. But there's so many roaches. Other pickup's good. He's going to dodge the Bios instead. Pick up the Immortal, and he doesn't save the Immortal, unfortunately. It is going to go ahead and go down. But there's still so many Adepts here that I think they can just create a fight. And unfortunately, Quarthus is going to go ahead and have to back out now. For now, he's going to dive on the Immortal. I think not a super duper wise move, but actually, without the micro from the Warp to defend it, it's going to go down. More roaches popping on out, and now it's just Adepts versus roaches, which are deceptively good against roaches when they actually have their resonating glaives. They're not bad. And now I think Kakashi is starting to make Quarthus fall apart. Another mortal does end up joining the fray, but the reinforcements are starting to come out for Quarthus. If Quarthus can hold this, actually Kakashi is not going to have a very powerful army behind this. Just like Adepts and Sakras are the two things you do not want going into the mid game against Zerg. So if he can stop this, he'll be in a good position, but Kakashi is matching the army supply of the Zerg player. Almost never a good sign when the Zerg is trying to defend. And he's going to go ahead and take out that third base location. Already a huge win coming out for him. Is he going to back on out, though? I think he might. Yeah, why would you want to stick around, right? Maybe send a shade over here to get him to stop chasing you. But yeah, I think he's just going to go ahead and run away. Oh, has to be careful of this Immortal. I think Speed Roaches are marginally faster than the Immortal off creep. So he can definitely catch up to this. If he doesn't micro this correctly with the Warp Prism, oh my goodness, he's not paying attention. He's not going to do it. He had the Warp Prism, but it was holding Adepts, and oh no, the Immortal does end up going down. So actually, overall, not a bad hold coming out from Quarthus. Look, he's going to throw it. Kakashi's going to throw it on a Stargate. I think that's a panic Stargate because he's like, oh my gosh, he's going to make a million roaches and kill me. I'm going to have a Void Ray to kind of help me in that regard. But actually, Quarthus does not seem like he wants to go for the kill. He's going to research his +2 weapons upgrade, and well, he's going to push it a little bit, but he's making some drones behind this, so it's just more of like a poke than anything else, just to make sure, hey, how ahead am I actually? And actually, if you look at the numbers, not too bad. Because there's no tech behind this. The Temper Archives just now going down, Forge just now going down. So he's behind on upgrades a lot. I think he just has to be careful he doesn't overcommit. Like this may be too much. I think this is too much. Because you're going to lose all these units guaranteed. And, you know, you are going to kill the economy a little bit. Yeah, sure. But still, that's a lot of roaches to lose to do damage. But hey, let's see if it works on out. If Kakashi doesn't defend this well enough, maybe you can actually end up making it worth it. There's no evacuation in the main. And actually, the roach is going to go ahead and dive up on the Immortal that just popped out. Now, good micro is going to go ahead and save that for now. But 43 workers went down. 43 workers. I take back everything I said about this being not worth it. Not only is he buying a lot of time, he's also killing a lot of stuff too. My god, 55 workers because there's a link counterattack at the third base that was not scouted. Kakashi is bleeding, he is hurt, and I actually think he is down and out of this game. Are you kidding me? He lost all of his workers. So what you see is what you get. And does this army able to walk across the map and kill the Zerg player right now? Hell no. Look at him making 3 probes. That's a huge mistake. That could have been like a drone or like an extra zealot, sorry. Then again, that is the army of Quarthus, and he's making drones. Okay, this is a huge mistake right here. In fact, he should be throwing down spines like crazy, not making anything but attacking units, and even sacking the third base just to defend against his push, because this is the all-inest push you've ever seen in your life. I wouldn't even be above him canceling +2 if it means he can get out more units. Right now, he should just be in full-on don't die mode, and he is not really treating this with the amount of respect that I feel it deserves. But we're gonna see. It's still a formidable Zerg army. It's not something that can easily die. He still has the ramp to use to his advantage. He's gonna go ahead and pick up the Warp Prism, maybe. Gonna go ahead and push up the ramp, but Kakashi can't get his units up there. He needed to shade on top of that. I think if he shaded on top of that, he could have stood a chance, but now with the left more Hydras popping on out, his window is slowly closing as the economy for Quarthus starts to take its toll. And here he goes. He's gonna push in, then he's gonna push out, and he's gonna lose units while puddling away. Huge mistake from Kakashi. You need to commit. Like this, you need to go, but you know it's an impossible position. It's too little, too late. Kakashi's gonna lose his units, lose his army, lose his economy, and lose the game. GG is called, and Quarthus ties the series up 2 apiece. Definitely a very solid strategy coming out for the Kakashi. Definitely good job on Kakashi in that point. Oh no, wait, Quarthus won. Wait, one more time. Yeah, good job, Quarthus. Definitely doing good on that point. Vamos Kakashi, es tuyo, defiende esto y ganas. Which basically translates to it's yours, talking about the victory. Defend this and you win. And I think, yeah, unfortunately, Kakashi did not defend that roach attack. Unfortunately, yeah, you can look at the workers active. My God, was that just horrible, horrible, horrible? I mean, that sort of aggression definitely doesn't have to do that sort of damage, but definitely freaking good on Quarthus for finding that opening, committing the roaches, and getting all those kills. It was an excellent attack, and it did exactly what it needed to do, as evident by the giant cliff that Kakashi's workers active graph just fell off of. Right? Ugh. Oy. Must swallow the pain in my throat. It's kind of weird. Tiene 3 degrees y más ejército. Yeah. Down to 2 workers. Yeah. Ese ataque puede ser épico. Means this attack can be epic. Let's see. I think, honestly... Okay, so you guys, I think if Kakashi would have, been more aggressive at the beginning of that push, he could have won, maybe. If he had 2+ muscle, it would have been half that army for the toss. Yeah, probably. But I think the main thing was that he never really committed when he needed to, right? So when you're here's the thing. When you're pushing and pulling against a Zerg player like that, generally you're like, oh, do I want to attack up here? No, not really. Let me go back. But you have to realize you are delaying your push, and generally that's not as bad because you get an extra round of reinforcements. He had no reinforcements. He needed to push up that ramp, and he wasn't even there wasn't a concave at the top of that ramp. It was just a couple of Hydras over here shooting. He needed to push his way up there, or if, at the very least, come back, shade his units up there, let it all finish, walk his units up, and then go ahead and see if you can kill him that way, because I think he actually had a chance if that were the case. Look, over here at the 10-minute 30 mark, when he was attacking, he had a huge armor supply advantage. He could have done it. He didn't. He missed his window. Quarthus won. But then again, Quarthus played exceptionally well himself. This is definitely Quarthus' win, not Kakashi's loss. I guess it's technically both, but whatever. Kakashi played well, Quarthus played better. And that's how you determine who wins in a game of StarCraft. That's always true, actually. The winner always plays better, the loser always played worse. Literally, in 100% of the cases, 1,000,000% of the time. I'm hungry. Let me see if I have food. I have half of this protein bar left. It's an Atkins lemon bar. Now, guys, let me tell you, Atkins bars for protein are curse wording delicious, finger licking good, but they're so expensive. I think this bar right here would cost $1, and it's crazy, man. It's crazy, or $1.20 or something like that, and it's just well, oh, you're so good. That was stupid. Okay. I think we're good. Let's go ahead and jump on into it, guys. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, we're good. Oh crap, I need something to wash the taste out of my mouth. It's an old habit of mine. I can't really... I need to wash it out of my mouth. That's okay. Let's go and interest our players and then we'll grab something to drink. Spawning in the bottom right-hand position of Cyber Forest. Representing Alpha X International, it is the Green Zerg player, Quarthus. And his opponent spawning in the top left-hand position of Cyber Forest. Representing D-Life Gaming, it is Giga Aura. Which sounds like a great username until you graduate middle school and then you're like, maybe Maybe not the wisest choice in that regard. No, I'm just playing with him, but it's a little bit of a funny name. Now, okay, here's what I really like to point out at Quartus. Something actually that needs to be very much considered is that this is a huge mistake if you go for a hatchery first without any drones. And that is actually not super duper optimal. Is that what he did? No, wait, he made drones, right? Am I going crazy? Wait. Because I could have sworn that he didn't make any drones. Or maybe he just made 2 drones and then... Wait. Never mind. I'm gonna be... I think I'm just being an idiot. I'm gonna stop talking. What I think happened is that he sent out his worker before making any drones to go ahead and make a hatchery. And I was like, ooh, that's really bad. You can't be doing that, you know. That's not, you know, it's not worth it. You'd rather have those drones earlier. The earlier hatchery isn't really all that impactful if you can't get the, you know, the economy to support it. But, yeah. I guess I was just being an idiot? I don't know. Were you guys paying better attention than I am? I hope you guys were. Giga Aura, anyway, is gonna go ahead and go for this very safe build over here. As he does load up that, just queue up that Zealot just to make sure he doesn't die against any Zerg shenaniganry. Which generally is not necessary unless you scout something that makes you think so. And, you know, he scouted the natural base and I was like, you know, maybe there might be something there, but I don't think so. Also, no need to transfer drones from your main to your natural. It does, you know, makes you lose a little bit more minerals now in exchange for not losing them later, which generally we consider to be bad. Like, if you have the chance of losing 100 minerals at the start of the game versus at the 20-minute mark, you know, it's very obvious, right? So, generally, I would say the drone transfer is not worth it from the main to the natural. Just, you know, rally them over there, and it's okay. Anyways, Stargate is going to go ahead and start on up for Giga Aura. The first target of the series we've actually seen so far. Quartus, alright, never mind. He's going to go for a Bane Ling Booyah. Unfortunately, this sentry is not behind the wall, so that is actually going to be one of the major factors determining whether or not he holds this, whether or not this sentry just explodes at the beginning of everything. And yeah, unfortunately, he did not have any added to scout this out, so it's going to be completely blindsided. I think he's starting to sniff something out. Maybe he's just building this extra unit because I think he'd be building a shield battery though if he knew, right? And here we go. Quartus is just gonna poke up here, say, okay, gotcha. Maybe losing a little more than he should have, but that's okay. Just getting a lot of units out here, making a Void Ray and crowning it out. I think, is he reading this right? Maybe he thinks it's some sort of roach attack. I don't know. It's a little odd. In any case, though, I kind of don't like the timing here from Quartus because if he hit a little bit earlier, before the 4-minute mark, he could have been able to hit before the warp gate finished, and then he would have had 2 less gateway units to deal with. And in exchange for all that waiting time and that extra defense that the Protoss got, he only got a couple extra Banes and a healings. You know, not worth it. Generally, it's better to hit earlier rather than later. Gonna go ahead and try him. Whoa! Whoa! Trying to bust down the Cybernetics core. That's a little bit of a choice and a half right there. My goodness, I don't think that's gonna work. It's gonna go ahead and nibble down the Cyber Core, but that's not good surface area. He is gonna end up not even getting it at the end, and he's gonna be forced to go for the follow-up here. And yeah, that was a large miscalculation from our friend Quartus. And now Giga Aura, after defending that very successfully, he wants to take a third. No, I think he's just scouting around. No, he wants to take a third. What a man! He just got Baning busting. He's like, all right, time for a third base. This guy. But honestly, I don't blame him. Look at this. This is a pitifully small army from the Zerg player. Yeah, he's gonna waddle in 3 Banings that are probably gonna die before they even do anything. He's gonna break down the Cyber Core. No, yeah, okay, so he's gonna break down the Cyber Core, but of course it's gonna prevent it from running on. And the Void Ray is gonna clean everything off. The additional warp is gonna be enough to seal the deal. GG is called, and Giga Aura is up 3-2 against Quartus. Now, keep in mind they do get 1 revive, so they do have 1 more chance, I think. Oh, each player has 1 revive. It's a best of 7. So, you know, for the last game, since every player on the Alpha X side of things has played at least once, he gets to revive. They get to revive 1 more player to see if they can. That player can then win the next 2 games, and if not, then D-Life Gaming is gonna go ahead and win 2-1, or rather win 4-2. Right? Yeah, 4-2. Okay. Or maybe 4-3. You never really know. Oh, that reminded me. I needed to get some water, didn't I? Oh, D-Life is just Jake's Mo. Am I being an idiot? It's not Clan Wars, it's Race Wars. Oh my gosh, I'm a goof. Oh. Alright, well, just ignore me then. I'm just being an idiot. It's okay. Thank you, Jake Smo, for the correction. I think someone has been watching me busting the toss to Sniper SC. Kappa Kappa. They transferred drones to mind game the protests about real drones being made. Oh, it's a mind game. Oh, I'm an idiot. Why didn't I think about that? Oh boy, that is okay. Stupid Swagger. Swagger's being stupid. I didn't notice that he was making a bunch of lings. I didn't know. I thought he was just like, I wasn't looking at the production tab. I was like, oh, look at this hatchery over here. Ooh, we're gonna do a couple of swirl-doos. You know, that's what I was doing. I wasn't paying attention to the drone count, which if I were, would have seen that it was just sticking at like 17 or 18, and I was like, would have been like, ooh boy. Miguel says ready. I am always ready by default, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab some water. Be back in just a sec. Ooh. That magical sound means someone following me. 4LEs is now following. Thank you so much for the follow, 4LEs. Very sick defense by Griggs. Absolutely, yeah. Did you see how quickly he threw down that force field? My god, dude was insane. Just I make good force field sounds. That's the only StarCraft noise I'm really good at making. Water, and then I'll be right back. You see, esta es agua. Just water with some little bubbles in it. Alright. Why are you guys staring at my ugly face? Let's go ahead and introduce our players. Spawning. There we go. In the top right hand position of user, representing Alpha X International, it is Quarthus. With the run back from Team Zerg, gonna go ahead and put face in Quarthus that he can take this game after all. Versus his opponent, spawning the top left-hand position of Year Zero, representing the Protoss race. It is Giga Aura, with a convincing hold game number 1. If not, a little bit dirty, but he got the job done. And really, isn't that what life is all about, guys? It's a dirty, but he's got to get it done. Sniper AC says D-Life, all Protoss confirmed. Oh, it's his personal team, though I do appreciate the advertisement. Oh, you are so welcome. You are so welcome. Guys, everyone please make sure to mass exodus from Alpha X and join D-Life, Kappa. No one would ever do that. You know why? Because D-Life doesn't have a little Sharky emote. We still got the Sharky. We got the Sharkster. Yeah, they don't. Well, they probably have like what? They're probably just copying us somehow. Like instead of little Sharky, they have tiny moray or something like that. Or maybe like tiny tuna. Tiny tuna. Yo, somebody find Sunnily and tell her to make us a tiny tuna. I think I just I found inspiration. I of course get 50% of all revenue generated by tiny tuna, but I think that we found something good here. Quarthus, 3 hatcheries, super fast. Not gonna go ahead and mind anyone's business. A little bit late on the queen and then main base, but that's a-okay because he has a 3rd hatchery. So who needs an extra queen, right? It's all about those drones, boys. Drone life. And Giga Aura, meanwhile, his side of the map, we're just gonna go ahead and chill out for a sec. And oh, shield battery coming out right away. Okay, so playing very defensively, we can see right from the get-go. Not a lot of gas actually coming out for Giga Aura. You can see he's only been mining off of 2 gases this whole time, so not gonna be able to afford a Stargate anytime soon. But maybe he can throw down like a Robo. This is actually kind of cool what he's doing right here. Or another gateway, whatever. I don't care. Meanwhile, Quarthus side of the map, just doing some very standard Zerg stuff, very standard Shimano stuff. Year Zero, are we gonna talk about that while we wait for the game to start? I think we are. Nice map. overall, I think Zerg players wouldn't like this map too much. The bases are a little far away after all. And, you know, there are a decent amount of ramps and choke points to exploit and stuff like that, but you can be defensive pretty easily on this map. I mean, like, if you set up a nice arc over here, then it's fine. You have a ramp over here, which you can defend through. That's good, too. But yeah, you know, it's a nice big map. If you want to get into the late game as a Zerg player, you know, I wouldn't really mind, and I'm sure they would not either. Protoss players looking at year 0, they're probably okay with it too. Again, this is a very defensible point for the Protoss player, especially if they're going for storms. Oh yeah, a couple of storms on these main channels over here are going to be devastating to any army that tries to move up. And literally, one Templar, couple of Zealots, maybe an Archon over here can hold off infinite stuff. Like, just a couple of storms in this ramp, no one's going to get up there, right? So, Stargate actually coming out for our friend Giga Aura now. A little bit of an extremely delayed Stargate, but that's okay. Probably just going to be used to aggressively take his third base, I guess. But even then, it would be coming down at a fairly standard time where he could have just gone for Stargate opening up and then just gotten the Nexus anyway. So, little odd coming out for our friend Giga Aura, but that's okay. Couple Lings, then we want to push up over here. Maybe losing a life, but that's okay. Ling lives are like the least important lives in the history of the universe. I was going to make an analogy, but then I decided against it, so we're just going to go ahead and move on away from that chapter of German history and look at the main base of Karthus. Oh, someone's blowing me up on Discord. Alright, never mind, we're good. Voidray is on the way, so we're seeing a similar build as to last time as the Twilight Council finishes on up. This is quite an interesting build. It's definitely not a meta build or anything like that. It's definitely Giga Aura's own personal little spice that he adds to StarCraft. And that's the good thing about StarCraft. It's so much more than just meta builds and what's considered good at the time. You know, in the lower leagues, you can see some pretty awesome stuff. Even in the higher leagues, innovation is not uncommon, so that is what we like to see. Oh, actually, I want to test something out. I need to find a unit that's going to die pretty soon. I need to select it because last time I saw that there's an extra tab over here on this interface, but I can't select it because as soon as you select something, it comes over here. So, oh no! And now it's not selected again. It just, whoa! Did you guys see that? I selected the Overlord, and then immediately after it died, it automatically for me selected these things. And now it's automatically selecting these. Wait, what? Did you see that? It was just automatically selecting between Zerglings and probes. Observer interfaces have their own interpretation of reality, we'll say, which is okay. We're going to again look at what the Zerg player is doing now that we have a little bit more of an economy, a little bit more of a decision of what we want to do here. Karthus going to be going for that Roach play, that Roach Hydra play, sorry, that pro players seem to be whipping out against Protoss more and more. Lingbane Hydra on this map, you know, I can see why you wouldn't want to do it, but I mean still, you can make some magic happen with that, right? It's going to be Roach Ravager Hydra coming out, and again, maybe he's even going to work toward Hydra, Lurkers, which would be a much better way than we can see our friend Hemlock do it. I'm not trying to like be a dick to Hemlock, I'm just showing, you know, maybe this is a better way to approach it. Still expand, still grow macro up, still get your units, but just slowly work toward that Lurker den, so you don't end up dying or getting behind in economy. Giga Aura on his side of the map, he's making more Void Rays, and now he's going for Storm, so we're actually seeing something that I don't think I've seen since Heart of the Swarm, which is Mass Void Ray. Do you guys remember Mass Void Ray in Heart of the Swarm? You would go for like Mass Void Rays, and you'd get like Chartros and Storm, and you would... It was so fun to play at. Oh my god, I'm having flashbacks, man, to some of my games, where it'd be like, oh man, if only I had one more Void Ray, I controlled it a little bit better. Rah. That's okay. Karthus, I don't think he has any idea that that is what the composition that he's going for. Or maybe he does, since he's making Hydras and Aspire and an Infestation build all at the same time, so maybe he actually knows. It's a little bit too much tech to afford on 3 bases though, and you know, not really anything stopping him from taking the 4th right now, if you think about it. Super duper supply blocked as well, 122 out of 122 supply, and not an Overlord inside on the production tab, and floating 500 minerals. Wow, this is really set to watch. He's still not making any Overlords. Alright, 3 just started on up. I would say like 4. Like make 4 or 5. Because that is a lot of time to go without making anything. Gonna go and morph in that Hydra. So I guess he wants to go for Broodlords off of just gonna go ahead and rush up for that Broodlord attack. Now we do see this sometimes happen versus Terran, where the Zerg just techs up extremely fast toward Hive. And I guess to some extent this can work against Protoss too, especially if you face someone passive that just kind of wants to mass up and not really want to move out, which I think Quarthus is getting an okay read off of, because, you know, Giga Aura not really doing anything of significance for the first couple of minutes in this game, so it's going to be content to just go ahead and go for that quick hive. It's going to go pretty unpunished, I believe. And it's not like you can push out with like 5 Void Rays and Storm. I mean, like, a couple of Queens and the Spore Crawler and some Hydras, and absolutely that whole army gets invalidated. So this is definitely not a thing now in Legacy of the Void. Please don't try and do this now in Legacy of the Void. You're not going to find a lot of success unless you're trying to meme flex on somebody, in which case, hey, you know, you do you, I'm not here to judge. 4th base going down for Giga Aura, as well as a Fleet Beacon, so very target-oriented play coming out from Giga Aura. This is what I was talking about when I talk about Diamond players and how they can be so much fun to watch sometimes, because they all have their own interpretations of the game that can vary drastically, wildly, differently. You get crazy compositions, crazy situations, and they're just good enough to where you don't scream at them all the time. I'm just obviously playing around. Let's see. Hive is finished on up. Oh, we got another follow. Bateman Heine is gonna go and hit us up with the follow. So thanks so much, Bateman Heine. We really do appreciate that. 11 mutas on the way. Okay. That's one way to go about it, I guess. Another Spires too. So here's the thing: mutas are really good against Void Rays. Not extremely good, but like they can fight them. But like with all the support that Giga Aura is building underneath it, like Storm, it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge to find any significant damage. Especially now that there's carriers in production, these mutas are gonna have a very, very, very limited shelf life, so to speak. So I would just love to see them just get whatever damage they can. As soon as they see the Fleet Beacon, they should know that, yeah, we're not gonna be able to do all that much, and should probably just try and go for maybe probe damage, trade out against a couple of Void Rays, who knows. We'll see. Absolutely cannot engage that army. Can Quarthus. It's too compact. They're too supporting of each other. And meanwhile, in the main base, here we go. Mir's going to go ahead and start to pick up a couple of brokers here and there. Unable to actually defend against this properly. Quarthus is going to go ahead and try and move over here. The Templar went back. What? Where are the Templar? It doesn't matter. They're going to go ahead and get shredded anyway. This is the army of Quarthus. Seriously, where'd the Templar go? Did he lose the Templar? Oh my god, he lost all of his Templars. So never mind, that trade just went from really kind of not great to fantastic for Giga Aura. Heading out 4 high Templar. I mean, not fantastic, but definitely a lot better. Now we have Corruptors on the way as well. This gas production is kind of hurting a little bit. And I gotta admit, I don't see the why he's making more roaches. Maybe just a couple, maybe like, you know, that many more roaches, and then like pure Hydra. Pure Hydra wouldn't be that horrible of an idea, you know, if controlled properly, but I digress. More upgrades on the way, more units. He has to make sure he doesn't die to the Protoss air army. And actually may have been focusing too much on upgrades here. He's gonna go ahead and push on in while there's still no Storm. The mutants are gonna go ahead and dive on top of the Void Rays. A couple of Corruptors popping out as well. Gonna go ahead and see what they can do against these carriers, but the answer is a lot, especially when the Void Rays can't focus on them. The army collapses on top of Giga Aura, and Quarthus bites back this series. Gonna be able to go ahead and push away Giga Aura. He turns back around. He wants to take out a couple more Corruptors. Actually, not a bad choice. He's gonna be able to do so, but he has to run away now. Can't overstay this welcome. Maybe even recall. Oopsie doopsie. Gonna go ahead and miss a couple there. More carriers in production, but right now he doesn't need carriers. He needs Storm, he needs Templar, and he needs it fast. There we go. He's gonna warp in a couple of Templar over here. He knows that Hydras and Corruptors is gonna be the name of the game for Quarthus to go ahead and defend against them. So it's really gonna be the ground support that's gonna make or break this defense for Quarthus. Now, it's only a couple of Hydras on the ground, so we're not really gonna expect too much damage coming in. Hitlings are gonna go ahead and find their way into the mineral lines, see what damage they can get there. I honestly do support that choice a lot. Hydra's gonna probably get the hell killed out of him pretty soon, so honestly not a huge fan of this attack. But he's, you know, he's doing what he's got to be doing. He's getting a couple of workers, and his economy behind this is nothing to slouch out. 5th base on the way, more workers going down as well. And Giga Aura desperately trying to defend against this, but carriers just do their stuff so slowly nowadays. Ever since the nerf, they've never been quite the same. They're still good, but now they're just okay. And these units on the ground, +3 Hydras with Carapace upgrades, man, they do not mess around against carriers that only have +1 in the air. And I think that's going to be it for Giga Aura. GG is called. He says it's too much for me. And Quarthus bites back this series. We're now at 3-3. 1 revived left over from Team Protoss, facing off against the 1 revived player from Team Zerg Team Zerg player, blah, 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 from Team Zerg, I think we should be in for quite a treat here. Switching back to the Psionic Default. The Psionic Default stream. Or the scene with the Psionic Default Swaghar. The Psionic Default muscles right there. Got it with the Psionic Default stretches. Or I mean the Alpha Default stretches. Whoopsie doo. It's a bad habit, I'll change it, I promise. Nexus Overwatch says, hey man, did the Terran team play yet? No, not yet. This is the first best of 7. But thank you for checking on in. Someone clipped me saying something. Oh crap, what do I do now? Yo, somebody find Sunnily and tell her to make us a tiny tuna. I think I just figured I found inspiration. I of course get 50% of all revenue generated by tiny. Yo, somebody find Sunnily and tell her to make us a tiny tuna. I think I just figured I found inspiration. I of course get 50% of all revenue generated by tiny. Man, I really talk over myself, don't I? I really get generated. I have this bad habit of talking too fast. I know. I'm working on it though. We're working on it, okay? Let me go ahead and just do a couple of things. I'm gonna do a couple of things on my computer, and then I'll see y'all in a sec. I just gotta take care of a couple of manners. Here we go. Well, I think that should be okay. Let me really quickly load up over here. Oh, I didn't watch GSL round of 16s yet. Where isn't there? Oh my god. Oh shoot, the round of 16 is out, ain't it? I gotta watch that. I saw the first one. I saw Maru versus... Not Lenok. I gotta look this up. Oh, excuse me. 1 second. Let me see. Who was it? It was Maru versus Impact. Yeah, and that was an okay series to watch. I think it was pretty entertaining. But yeah, I'll definitely do it. Check it out. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I think it wasn't a bad series to watch. I'll just leave it at that. 16 new messages. Ugh, so needy. Oh, Mom, what do you want? No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Hydra Scary, I needed more storms. Unusual stuff. Yeah, he lost 4 Titan Power. That was really bad. That was really, well, not bad, but like that was really not good of him. Yeah, and I think earlier upgrades would have helped him a lot too. His +1 started up really late, and again, he could have gone for a quicker fleet beacon, but it's whatever. GG's by all, good games by all. Oh, I have a message. Hello, I missed you yesterday. Achaji. Gotcha. Okay. I gotta do my wrist stretches, man. I've been bad about doing them, but I know that I really should start to do these more often, because it's weird. You don't really feel... Hey, give me a heart for that chat. Yeah, I do have a bad tendency to talk over myself, so I gotta make sure I be careful about that. But yeah, do your wrist stretches if you do StarCraft. Really, you're not gonna notice that they hurt until you don't do them, and then it hurts, and then you're like, oh, so bad. It gets so bad. So you gotta be good about your stretches. Like these, 10 times this way, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1 other way, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and stretch 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and stretch 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and turn around and burn out just as break. A little carried away there, but we're okay. Just gotta stretch those out. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. We're rocking. Did you guys know that I have fudge in my freezer that I haven't eaten for like 2 weeks? Or is it 3 weeks now? I don't know, I've lost track. It's like this raspberry fudge sort of thing. It has like a raspberry layer on the bottom and a chocolate thing on top. And I don't want to eat it because don't get me wrong, I love fudge and I think it tastes delicious. But the problem is I'm really trying to watch what I eat now. I'm trying to get in shape and it's a lot of fudge. But it's really delicious and I don't know what to do. Chat, please help. I'll check back in 2 minutes. It better be some good damn advice, okay? Okay. What do you guys think I should do? Should I eat the fudge or should I not eat the fudge? Should I just save it in the fridge, save it for later? Just out of sight, out of mind, right? You guys tell me. It is pretty good fudge. I don't know. But if these guys are wondering what the holdup is, we're gonna go ahead and wait for some water for Catharsis. He's back right now. We just had to get something to quench his thirsty palate, so you know, can't blame him for that. This guy's saying Banshees are no fun. Dark Templar has the only valid counter. General chat, right? Ugh. Alright, I think we're ready for the next game. Whew. Did you guys give me any advice on my fudge yet? No, it's only been 1:45 seconds, so I gotta give him time. Give him time. Alright, let's go ahead and see. It's gonna be a PBZ on Automaton, which for the longest time I've always thought was called Automation, because why wouldn't it be? Ready? I'm gonna make sure these people do a race check. Race check. Oh, there we go, they're good. Go, 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 go. Everyone's going, everyone's having fun, so we should be ready to go ahead and start any second now. Here we go. Now, Automation is one of the more standard maps of the map pool. Surprisingly enough, it's not really beat up by anyone. It's kind of like the map that everyone kind of agrees. Yeah, I mean, there's some weird maps in this map pool, but this one's probably the one that's the least weird. So let's just go ahead and go in here. And to their credit, pretty standard map. Not too big, not too small, not too aggressive, not too weird. It's okay. It's like a perfect little mix, right? I think right. Into the next scene. Da, 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 da. Oh no, what happened to Swagger? Well, don't worry, his voice is right here. He's gonna guide you throughout this match. He's okay, everything's okay, okay? Okay. Let's go ahead and introduce our player. Ow! Ow! I hurt my finger knuckle. That's okay. Spawning in the middle left-hand position of Automaton, representing Alpha X International, it is Quarthus. We're just gonna do this a couple more times until you guys get tired of it. Ooh, almost tricked you there, didn't I? And his opponent, that's better, spawning in the middle right-hand position of Automaton, representing the Protoss race, it is Kakashi. And we're off. Oh, are there still the... Yep, Alpha X Pro Series over here. Though I shouldn't really have that on since it's not... We're not doing Pro Series right now. But that's okay. This is a professional series of tournaments. So I guess it technically counts, right? Any status update on that little tuna thing from Little Sharky? Let me try that again. Except this time we won't fall over our words. Any update on that whole little tuna thing from Sunnily? I hope we have something. I hope we have something. Maybe a little tuna could be like, I don't know, a tuna? Just like little? I don't know, I just thought of the name. It sounded funny at the time. I don't know. Why do you guys want me to actually think of something? You guys didn't even say anything. I just assume you guys have these expectations of me. Ugh. Flip my hair. It's hard being so popular, you know. That's okay. I wish I were normal like you guys. Anyways, little tuna. It could be like a little tuna with my face on it. I don't know. Yeah, maybe like little tuna and he's like swimming. Or maybe it can be like a tuna and he's like little but he's throwing his fins up too. Or maybe little tuna can be like the cool guy. So little Sharky's like the happy one, but little tuna's like the cool one. And he's like, he throws his fins out and kind of like a, you know, like the snap finger gun sort of thing, like hacha, like, you know, and like finger guns, except they're fins, so they're fin guns. Like water guns, there we go. Just like that. And it can be like pew, and you can have like sunglasses on, a gold chain or necklace around it that says LT, a couple of fishing hook scars. I think it would be great. Alright, someone send this to Sunnily ASA pronto before I forget. Little tuna. Oh my gosh. Little tuna. That'd be cool. Alright, enough time sensing about tuna. Let's go ahead and see what our players are doing here. We're seeing another Glaive Adept opening from Kakashi here, as he is going to be the person that the Protoss team chooses to revive. And this seems to be an opening that he likes to do a decent amount. This is the exact same opening he did. Not making any probes. Falling behind. There you go. This is the exact same opening he did when he went for that mass Void Ray style, so we actually might be able to see that again on Automaton, which is going to be quite the treat. Definitely I think this is a better map to do it on, since there's not as, well, maybe it's actually not as, maybe this is actually a worse map to do it on, since it's a little bit shorter, and the Zerg can pretty much find their way up a ramp and get a nice concave, so you can't really hold all the ramps at once anyways, and getting your fourth base might be a little bit of a challenge, especially over here, if you're going for a mass air build. Generally, what mass Protoss air depends on is defending with their static defense, like fighting in range of their cannons and shield batteries, getting a couple of good force fields if you have the gas to afford it, you know, all that good stuff. It doesn't seem to be that though. It seems to just be a 3-gate Glaive Adept pressure coming out from Kakashi, so mixing things up just a little bit. Meanwhile, Pneumatized Carapace coming out for our friend Karthus wants to see exactly what the Protoss is up to. Though it's a little bit wasted as he already sees everything that is happening. In fact, he should actually cancel that if I were him. A little bit late though. Nope. It's gonna save him. Oh, it's gonna save the Overlord. Fun fact, oh, 1 HP. Wow. 0 HP. Wah, wah. Fun fact, Overlords with speed move exactly or almost exactly as fast as a Mothership Core. We're gonna pretend we didn't see that. That's something for Little Tuna to decide whether or not we saw or not. All hail Little Tuna. Alright, 4 Overlords on the way, just kind of... Ow! I just stripped one of my hairs out. That's okay. Back to the test, I go. Wow, so many Overlords in protection at once. Kind of makes me feel like he wants to go for some sort of mass roach... Nope, never mind. Alright, but kind of makes me feel like he wants to go for some sort of mass macro strategy, which... Oh, not even doing that, because he's making roaches too, so... I guess he was just really supply blocked. Alright. Third base getting established here for Kakashi. This aggression is not really doing all that much, if I'm being honest. And there are different, like, if you would go for Archon drops, you know, start getting to Archon drops, he could be hitting with some Archons right around now and probably do a little bit more damage, but, you know, and get this third base down at around the same time, so not a huge fan of this, but that's okay. I don't have to be a huge fan of something in order for it to be viable, right? It's definitely something you can do. He's gonna have his War Prisms join in the fight here. Gonna go ahead and drop down into Adepts. And let's see, gonna go ahead. Just pick up a couple of drones here. Gonna actually dive after the screen, and he is gonna end up getting it. Oh, I would have actually loved to see a shift queue on some of these drones while the Droach DPS was still low. That could have been helpful. But it's gonna go ahead and pick them up for now. And let's see the composition that he's going to work toward. No charge on the way just yet. We do see additional gateways coming on in for the super patented, awesome, kind of weird Kakashi Wall-Off, which I actually think is actually pretty good. This I think is pretty good. This I think is pretty good, like this. Because it doesn't impede your army at all from getting a good concave through the holding the choke point, so that is really good. I definitely do like this Wall-Off a lot. He's up to 8 gateways. Probably going to go for that same Immortal Adept Sentry timing attack, which we saw him perform a couple of games ago, which I would actually love to see a lot. See if Quarthus is able to defend against it this time. Honestly, Banelings would be really good against that, but he's going for a Roach Ravager, which which also stands a good chance, I believe. Especially if he gets a couple of Ravagers to make sure he nails down those force fields. Adepts also aren't really the best at splitting against those bios, so they're gonna be able to not attack for quite a long time. So Ravagers and Hydras are gonna be the name of the game if he wants to defend against this. But it looks like though he's not gonna be going for that. He's gonna throw down another Robo. Does he have charge? No, so he's gonna go for a more longer game, but his forge is immensely late. Like he should be researching like +2, you know, cornering that out, thinking about getting +3 here pretty soon, instead of just starting his forge, right? So upgrades are gonna suck for a little bit. Second Robo is out, so he's on 8 gateways and 2 Robos, which is pretty much the maximum amount of production you can sustain on 3 bases, if you don't want to make any static defense or anything like that. And yeah, Quarth is just gonna go ahead on his own side of the map. He's still on 3 bases, which is a little concerning, especially considering that the Protoss player is already saturated. And he's flowing a lot of minerals now too. You can see the injects, not really super on point. His Queen's actually floating a decent amount of energy. Just not going to go ahead and get around to it. Oh, did he select that? No, he did not. And 4th base just now going down. Probably could have thrown that down quite a while ago. And again, the macro from Quarthus slipping up here and there. That's okay. People make mistakes. And he has 9 larvae too. He's going to make a couple of Hydras, I guess. But yeah, he has 1,000 minerals tied up in 1,000 minerals just tied up doing pretty much nothing for him this game, and in defending this timing attack, that's going to be quite the burden to bear. It is actually going to be that timing attack, except with the second Oba mixed in, so I guess I was kind of right. It's actually, he's moving out as soon as Kakashi is moving his base as well. 2 Templar are going to go ahead and get cut down. Oh no, Spaghetti-O. But meanwhile, even bigger oh no, and an even bigger Spaghetti-O on this side of the map, Kakashi. Going to be able to do a lot of pain on this 3rd base location. Meanwhile, Quarthus can't really recall or anything like that, so he's just going to split up some units over there, and he's actually going to go ahead and run back with the rest. He's trying to find some economic damage as he goes back to desperately try and defend. Does not want to turn this into a base race at all, and still a lot of money tied up for Quarthus. This is really unfortunate. Though the same thing can be said for Kakashi. The natural base now is getting focused down as well. The Hydra's trying to do their best on focusing down the Immortals, and they are going to pick off both of them. That is going to be an excellent find for Quarthus. And can he end up holding? I think he might need to end up holding drones. He's not doing it though, but there's still a lot of Roach Ravagers here, and I think it just barely might be enough for these Roach Reinforcements to come back and clean on up. And now Kakashi finding himself in a little bit of a desperate situation. Down 10 workers, down half the army supply of his opponent, unfortunately. Oh, and he misrouted the Immortal too. Also extremely painful. Can't afford to be making mistakes like that. Oh my goodness, and there's still a Ling over here that's just being super duper annoying. Is he gonna get that? No, he's not. Alright, well, oh, he went for double forge actually. Not really necessary in this matchup as, you know, armored. Yeah, it's not even that important. Like, really, the damage to the Zerg is gonna come from Banelings and Hydras attacking like Immortals, which isn't really that important. So yeah, I would say like it's almost number 1 to get armor, right? Quarth is gonna go ahead and push up here. Is he a little over eager? I don't know, but these adepts don't really have the DPS that a nice base of Protoss would have. Kind of why they are really undesirable to come to these portions of the match. And I think Quarth is gonna bring it home for Alpha X and Team Zerg as he mashes through the last units of the Protoss player. He's desperately trying to warp in units behind this wall, but he has 3 adepts. He found a low Hydra to target down, so I guess that's a kind of win. He knows the writing's on the wall though. GG is called, and boys, Zerg team is gonna take it up for the first best of 7, y'all. And I just realized how much StarCraft I have to cast. Oh my god, it is literally going to be a day of StarCraft, ain't it? My gosh, so I wouldn't be surprised if this goes on for 6 hours. which would be quite the adventure. I'm gonna go have a talk with Miguel though, because I think I have something going on at 3:30. But we're gonna have to see how that turns out. Question mark. Hopefully, that we can wrap things up before then. But if not, I'll just go ahead and let him know. Just a nice polite little whisper on Discord. La 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 la. Hey. There you go. Because unfortunately I do have a life outside of StarCraft. I know. Oh, it's shocking, but yes, I do have outstanding obligations that I must fulfill. Like school. And going places with my parents. Such is life. Alright. Here we go. Let's see. Ooh, chat has actually been going crazy. Bateman Hines says, I actually like this diamond watching format. It helps me understand the game more than pro player watching. Yes, because being able to see what someone is doing wrong can sometimes be more important than seeing what somebody is doing right, you know? It can be very helpful at times. Yeah, because then you're forced to challenge what you know about StarCraft. Because when pro players play, you go, yeah, of course, this is just automatically correct. I guess this is what everyone should do all the time. But when someone's making mistakes in kind of lower level play, you're like, oh, he should have been doing this. And then you start to connect that to what you've been doing in your own games, like, oh, I guess I've not been macroing as well as I should have, or oh, he's not really understanding how to prioritize certain things. And yeah, I really do think that watching low-level StarCraft can be just as entertaining and pretty interesting as well for the vast majority of viewers. And Argument says, there's an interesting theory of languages which says that you can never fully learn a language without negative examples. Yeah, I think that is absolutely correct. And definitely, I think it actually comes back to the point where you can't, when you're learning a new language, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. And that's pretty much a given, right? You need to know how the language doesn't work before you can know how it works, right? Because let's say, for example, I'm going from English to Spanish. Certain phrases and certain idioms and certain ways of conveying ideas are not going to be the same. Spanish and English are actually very similar compared to something like let's say English and Hindi, which are just completely out of this world different. But it's interesting because a lot of the things can translate over directly, but some things don't, and the way you express ideas can change. For example, a classic example can be gustar. If you want to express liking, you don't say I like this. In Spanish, you can't say oh, I like this. You have to say, if you want to be super grammatical about it, a mí me gusta, which translates to me, directly to me, me gusta. It puts a liking on. It's almost like instead of you liking the object is bringing pleasure back onto you, and that's how you express liking something, which is really strange to figure out. And a lot of people are gonna make the mistake. First off, I know a lot of people in my Spanish class used to say, yo gusto esta cosa or something like that, and I'd be like, no, you can't do that. I know I made that mistake once, yo gusto esta cosa, and I'd be like, and my Spanish teacher would just be like, Sagar, you can't say that. That's absolutely stupid. I don't know why you're saying stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm learning. Don't hit me. She didn't hit me, but she came close. I had a teacher that took one of my books and whammed it on the ground like a bitch. Oh my gosh. I was reading in class after I finished a test. It wasn't like she was talking and I was just like, la da da da, whoa, pudding. I don't know what the book was about, but I was reading, and after I finished a test, just sitting there, everyone was sitting there quietly finishing a test, and I was just reading. I was waiting for everyone to be done, and she comes over, she walks this big tub of a body over. I don't want to be mean, but this big ass tub of a body over, picks up my book, looks me in the eye, stares into my soul. I'm intimidated as hell at this point. She throws it down and says, "This is my classroom." Kablam! And boom, book on the ground, and that was the. There's so many things that, like, right now Swagger would have done differently. Right now Swagger is a lot more assertive. He's a lot more like about his feelings and stuff like that right now. But yeah, my God, I would have, like, if she would have tried that stuff to me right now, I would have, the things I would have said to her, I'd be like, you mean random, and then she would have a heart attack, and then I'd go to prison for manslaughter and slander. I don't know. But yeah, it was. I'm not gonna say her name, but yeah, I'm just gonna say that she probably wasn't from Compton. Anyways, yeah, she sucked. I'm gonna read more chat. I like reading more chat. Glaive all in. Oh, we thought he was a glaive all in. I don't know. The glaives are weird. The glaives are weird. Generally, I only really see glaives used with maybe, you know, pressure, but like if you make, like, there's 7 adept glaive pressure, of course, but like it's not super common. But you can do it. You can do it. I generally just, when I do my glaives builds, they used to just be like, you know, glaive all-ins, you know, where I go up to 8 gateways, proxy pylon, and say, let's go, boys, and then went with that. Yeah. But I think glaive pressure is still kind of underrated in PvZ. I gotta pick up a couple more builds for that, because honestly, I think it can be pretty good. I think it has the potential to be very, very good. Alright, looks like we're almost ready to throw up our Archon 1v1v1, which is something I haven't said in, I think, ever. I think it's the first time I'm ever going to see this. It's on a map called Merry-Go-Round. And taking a look at the map, it's pretty unique. I don't think you guys can take a good look at it quite yet, so as soon as we load in, we'll go ahead and show you guys, okay? Bateman says, delay on stream. Yes, there is a delay on stream. There's a 2-minute delay on the stream. Arkham says, for anyone interested in references for the language workability, you can check out Gold's work. Language identification and the limit, EM Gold, information control, followed by the definition requirement for a minimally adequate teacher in learning regular sets from careers and counter examples. Man, looks like we got a freaking nerd in the chat. Arcane wins. Are you a nerd? Are you a language nerd? Hola, hola. It's also very important, I think, to speak that language as much as you can with someone who speaks that language natively. This may seem like an obvious thing, but they will, if you tell them to be like, hey, be super strict, if anything I say sounds kind of awkward, tell me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Boy, you will learn so fast. Like, I remember my Spanish was pretty terrible, because everyone in the US is required to take like 4 years of Spanish in high school. Or like through middle school to high school, you have to take 4 years of Spanish. And I had like the fundamentals down, but I like never really practiced it because I never really spoke Spanish. I just kind of did it for the class, and then I kind of forgot about it. And then as soon as I meet up with these like 3 people from Peru who only want to, who can speak English, but you know, obviously they're gonna be more comfortable speaking Spanish. You learn quick. You learn very, very quick how shitty your Spanish is, and it helps you a lot because like now I know, like, you know, I can pick up words a little bit easier. I have a wider vocabulary. I can structure my stuff a little bit better. It's good. But guys, this is Archon FFA. You should go on voice, if I may. Oh yeah, they should probably join a voice channel so they can all coordinate between each other. Oh man, I'd love to listen to that. Sniper C says, wait, I thought it was all 1v1 race then Archon. No, it's a best of 7 and then 1v1v1 Archon. Is from what I heard. Looks like we're almost ready to rock and roll. This should be pretty fun. I may actually, let me see if I can end up crashing one of their Archon channels. We can like sneakily sneak into like 1 or 2 of them and see what they're talking about. Especially when big engagements happen, that would be super fun. I don't think I can do that though. Yeah, can't really, but that would have been cool. Protoss Blue, Terran Red, Zerg Green. I would have that Protoss Blue, Terran Green, Zerg Red. Makes more sense in my head, but hey, that's okay. It's 2019. You can be any color you want. I'm not judging. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Jackson says, wait. Protoss not on voice. Oh. Come on, you nerds. If I would have a prediction, I would say Zerg is gonna win this. I knew I was I remember, you guys know how I was talking about how it's important for Zerg to have a high APM so they can spread their creep, do their injects, get their scouting, you know, all that sort of Zerg mechanics. A Zerg with perfect creep spread and perfect injects and perfect macro, gonna be a little hard to get again, because there's only so much you can squeeze out of Protoss APM-wise before it just becomes like, oh, okay, I guess, you know, I don't know, build a pylon in a kind of a special location. I guess I'll make a cannon in each of my bases. You know, there's not really too much you can squeeze out of Protoss micro-wise, APM-wise in the middle of a match, you know, while you have downtime, so. It's very, very interesting. To see, yeah, but then again, Tyranid can also be super scary, because they're another race that you can really squeeze a lot out of. Drop-wise, micro-wise. Zerg can squeeze a lot of macro-wise, mechanics-wise. Protoss, you just gotta... I think Protoss is like the worst race for Archon, because Protoss, you kind of play it as like, everything is set up perfectly, like you try to make everything nice, and then you go and you do your thing, right? You're not really, you know, trying to do all of these different things at once. You're just making sure that the thing you're doing right now is the perfect, most best version of that thing it could be. Kind of hard when you have 3 people trying to do the same thing at once. So I'm very curious to see how this is going to turn out. My money is on Team Zerg, but we're just going to have to take a look and see, aren't we? This spectator interface currently in sports 1v1, 2v2, and 4v4 type games. Well, damn. Can I at least get rid of the interface? Observer and replay. Maybe default? I guess not. And I can't even see what's on the production, can I? Okay, so I guess we'll just hide Control-Shift-O. Nope. Let me see. What's the cheat sheet? Let's see. Let's go back to WCS 3.0. So I know there's something that can make me hide all of this. Production. Again, it's not showing. So Control-Shift. Is it Shift-O? Definitely not Shift-O. Yeah, definitely not Shift-O. I waited all day for this match, says Miguel. Okie dokie. Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and see if we can... How do we delete the... Come on. Never mind. Let's go ahead and introduce a player. Spawning! In the top left-hand position, representing Team Protoss, it is Team Protoss. And in the top right-hand position, it is Team Terran. And in the south position, it is Team Zerg. Currently, we can't see any information, so we're gonna learn how to really appreciate an observer interface right now. Hang on, let me see if I can... Options. Got a quick cheat sheet here. Hang on. Let me just look this up really quickly and then we'll be able to get into it. WCS 3.0 replay hotkeys. Here we go. Here we go, la 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 la. Da 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 da. Never mind, I forgot how to do it. We're just gonna go ahead and live with it like this. Alright, let's go ahead and see what is good in the HUD. Zerg players seem to be just going up to 2 bases right now. Protoss players, again, just doing pretty much the same thing. Kind of supply blocked at the moment. You would have thought that this wouldn't have happened with a million Protosses on their team, but whatever. And on the top right-hand side, we have the Terran player. Currently doing what they do best. Did I not change the scenes? Yeah. I did not change the scenes. Here we go. People are going to be yelling at me for like 2 minutes now, I'm pretty sure. And that really sucks. But that's okay. Such is life. Ice Prelude says, if Protoss have 1 player for a War Present, they can do some amazing thing. Yeah, that can be a... that can be some pretty cool stuff. 1 War Present each, but it's not as natural, you know. Oh, look at this. Cutesy little Reaper harassment where a million probes got pulled when they really didn't need to be. And the add-up couldn't... See, the micro on the Protoss side of things is a little bit lacking, not gonna lie. I've seen some better micro in my life, but that's okay. We're not here to judge, we're here to cast. Here we go. Is it gonna kill it? Up! Oh, did not micro that shade correctly. And this Reaper is just being super duper pooper annoying. Look at these guys. They can't coordinate. There we go. But not before some units died. Who knows? Oh, this feels so bad not having an interface, a proper interface. Let me see. How do I get... I know there's some way I can... Not that. There's a way I can like hide It's not that. There's some way I can like hide all the interface stuff. I don't know how. In any case, nothing too unusual happening so far. Inject should be perfect. Look at that. 2 energy on that queen. Unacceptable. 14 energy on that queen. That's okay. I am very curious to see how the Zerg players do this. So let's take a look at merry-go-round, because this is as much for me as it is for you. Alpha Pro Series. Okay. Yeah, it looks to be a very circular map. Kind of reminds me of Catalina or like or that other very circular map, like merry-go-round or like Pinwheel. Was there actually? There was another one called merry-go-round. Oh my god, this is merry-go-round. Oh my god, this is actually just merry-go-round. Wait, isn't it? Wasn't there an actual map called merry-go-round in StarCraft 2? Yeah, and it kind of looked like this. Okay, so that's pretty cool too. So yeah, another circular map. Looks like though each player is entitled to 4 bases, or rather 5 bases. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. So each player gets 5 bases, so it's pretty good. You can get some nice long games off 5 bases, and obviously not all players are going to be able to get to that 5 base point. But they're going to try their absolute darndest, because late game Archon, oh my gosh. Archon is one of those modes that is rarely explored in PvE, rather in StarCraft in general. But I think it has a lot of potential, you know, it can be really fun. I know people, I mean like, am I crazy here? I think it can be fun to watch like 3 people control a single army and see like how crazy it gets. The problem is like the balance starts to get really whack when you do this thing, so it can never really be too competitively, you know, viable. I think it's just for fun. I think you can really only do this for funsies. If you're messing around, you're like, hey, let's go ahead and play some Archon matches, or hey, let's go ahead and play some you know, really weird 1v1v1 Archon matches, and you can do that. You can do that in StarCraft. StarCraft gives you every single tool you can possibly ever want to have a good game, and if you can't find it, then you can make an arcade custom map that can make it for you. Let's go ahead and see. Hellion harassment going on at the same time as Banshee harassment is going away. Pretty cool stuff over there. Hellions can actually bust down. Oh, well, never mind. I was gonna say they could probably bust this down, but this wall up right here, but unfortunately the reinforcements do end up shooing that away. The creep spread. Oh my god, the creep spread is looking insane for the somebody accidentally spread creep at the 3rd base location, so kind of a little bit of a sad occurrence happening over there. Here we go. Hellion's gonna go ahead and start roasting up all of these probes over here. And meanwhile, is there any more Terran aggression happening over here? Not really, no, but good thing over here that there is an Archon, because Kaka Kaka plus 2 Kaka. Okay, can defend at home and also harassing with Adepts, that is A-OK. Meanwhile, Hellion and Banshee pressure over here. One player gets the Hellions, one player gets the Banshees. And look at this. Banshees are killing stuff while Hellions are kiting Zealots. This is the kind of stuff that we like to see. Lots of units going... Right, doesn't work. Going down for our friends over at Team Protoss and not being able to saturate this natural. And it's already... Or rather, their 3rd base. And it's already the 7-minute mark. It's a little bit nasty. Do say so myself. Zerg is just taking over the entire map with their creep spread. So, that's fun. Oh! Come on, active charge. There should be like 1 person on the Team Zerg that's just creep. Literally, like, all they do is creep. I think that's actually what they're doing. Look at this! They almost got the entire map down. Oh my god, what the hell? I think Xeno's gonna go ahead and try and clean this up. There you go. Team Terran are gonna go ahead and scan. Make sure the Zerg does not just go absolutely balls to the wall, nuts to the butts crazy with creep spread. Queen's gonna shoot that away, of course. And we have a drop of Stalkers coming on with Blink, too. So this we have some very mobile harassment coming out for our friends over at Team Protoss. Are they going to catch these Banshees? Is there actually a cloak on the... Well, no one will ever know because now this interface doesn't support it. But it does. Cloak is supported. And we are going to see the Zerg players start to take the middle of the map with all this creep. Oh my god, this is amazing. Look, the creep is already at the Terran's like 3rd base. I remember, this was definitely a merry-go-round. This is definitely merry-go-round. I know there was a different version of merry-go-round actually, which is actually pretty fun, which is kind of strange too. Yeah, oh, kill the creep terminal. It's pretty good pick up there from Team Terran. But yeah, I remember seeing this map and watching Maru with his Mardus just drop on a bunch of Colossi. I remember, it's merry-go-round. It's actually just merry-go-round. Because look, Ellie, also, if you had any doubt, Ladder Edition. So that's good. Creep spread still going absolutely insane. No one is being able to stop it so far. I'm pretty sure $99 says that some guy is just a creep guy. All he's doing is injecting bases. Ooh, lots of energy on these queens. There should be one guy just injecting stuff and making a bunch of creep tumors. And it looks like though he's doing that pretty well. I mean, the creep is honestly as good as it can get without the opposing player just kind of batting it down on the right-hand side. Oh, Spore's gonna go ahead and pop on out here, doesn't make a time. Right-hand side, I think the creep is pretty much as far as it can go. Xeno is not gonna let the creep get any farther than that. So gonna have to go ahead and focus his efforts on the left-hand flank. And yeah, we're gonna have and see how this is. I wonder how many minerals they're floating. Probably a lot-ish, because they're not spending. I don't see too many lava being produced, you know. And this is an okay-ish economy. Actually, no, this is a horrible trash economy for the Zerg. What am I talking about? There's only 5 workers on this third base. What the dickens? Anyways. Team Protoss, what are you guys doing? Going for Phoenixes. Okay, mass Phoenixes. I can dig it. I can dig it with some Storm. And a Fleet Beacon on the way. Fleet Beacon, oh no. That's going to be some funsy onesies if I ever seen any myself. Phoenixes probably should pick up at least a couple of Hellions over here. There you go. They get one. That's fine. A couple of Banshees as well. Looks like the Team Zerg is going to go for a Roach Hydra. Some pretty standard stuff. This hit squad of Stalkers going to see if they can deny some creep spread. The answer is a very resounding probably nah, mate. But now, paddling on 3 fronts is Quar. Has to be careful. There you go. Oh, creep tumor survived. Huh. That's kind of weird. Maybe it's because of the upgrades. No, that's stupid. I'm being stupid. It's not because of the upgrades. Oh, did you see those Hydras? They almost tried to kill that last Banshee. They started the animation, but they just couldn't quite finish it, could they? Here we go. More creeps are being denied over in the main. I think this is around as much creep spread as Zerg can do. Team Jaren says, Protoss Zerg are free, go go. Okay. I think that's the wrong chat, buddy. I think that's the wrong chat. But yeah, okay. That sounds good. Zerg have been revealed. Oh no. Oh, actually going for lurkers here is Team Zerg. Okay. Alright, I can dig it. I can dig it. Here we go. There's some more creeps picking up over here. We're honestly a pretty passive game from everyone involved. A bunch of Kairos coming on out and a huge supply block. Are there any no pylons in production? Are you kidding me? Come on. Team Protoss. Y'all gotta be on top of that kind of stuff. And probably a couple of cannons over here on this base couldn't hurt at all. Is this a speed war prism? Did they research? No, that's not a speed prism. But it's so fast. I almost think it is a speed prism. Oh, can't really do anything. Is that? No, that's not a speed prism. Never mind. I thought they got research speed for a war prism just so they can have like better stalker harassment. No, I would have been like, you know, I would have had a couple of choices to say about that decision. They only sent 1 Phoenix despite there being a million Phoenixes to aid in the defense. Nimber's gonna kill 3 probes and promptly get the hell blasted out of it. Do they know about? Oh, there we go. I can still check vision.
Pull your boys.
They don't know that there's a Fleet Beacon just yet, but I'm pretty sure they can assume, right? Over here on the southwest side flank, Team Zerg is going to see if they can find something with some lings. Unfortunately, not going to be able to do so. Oh, actually, no, they did end up actually killing this base over here. So that's some pretty good damage by these lings. Never mind. Good job, boys. Girls. Swarmlings. I don't know. Observer is going to go ahead and creep on this Banshee for a little bit. Ew, look at that. This went right into that tailpipe. Disgusting. Ling's gonna find a completely undefended base over here. Team Zerg, like I said, when you can inject back at home and then also counter harass and then also spread that creep, games get pretty scary. Games can get pretty scary. And it looks like though, like their army is just getting better and better. Do they have a hive yet? They have the hive, they have the Greater Spire. Alright, so you're gonna be seeing a lot of Broodlords here momentarily, almost without a doubt. Broodlord, Infestor, Lurker can actually be extremely potent against everything that's happening. Funnily enough, the Terrans decided to go mech when they have 3 people to control, which is a little funny. If I have to say so, it's a little funny to me. That's okay. You know, would have loved to see bio drops everywhere, but you know what? They want to do what they want to do. It's fine. They can do what they want to do. It's fine. Another link counterattack over here. Yeah, now there's pretty adequate defenses if I were to say so myself. And I do, so there are pretty adequate defenses. More carriers being made on the way. Pretty much the hallmark of Protoss in multiplayer games. Not by multiplayer, I mean like multiple, like more than one. What a life, right? Thankfully the interceptors are here to go ahead and just kill every single Zergling before they even get a chance at living. 3 survive, their Stalker says 0 survive as, oh no, they're gonna go ahead and lose their lives to this Stalker. Tempest now being made as well. And yeah, this is pretty much the hallmark of Protoss when there's more than one person in the game. Carriers and stuff in the sky are the name of the game. So, looks like the Terran's gonna go ahead and try and push back more creep spread. Probably gonna be immediately re-expanded though by the Zerg player if I were to guess. And some tanks doing some good damage against these roaches. Yeah! Look how much damage they do against those roaches. That was like, what? That roach had 72 health left and just boom! Right out of existence. Probably some good upgrades there. I have no way of telling, but probably some pretty good upgrades. Viper's now coming out for our friend over at Team Zerg. Any infestors? I would have no idea way of telling, but I would love to see some infestors. Meanwhile, Team Protoss just taking more bases, getting more carriers, making some Tempest. I mean, sounds pretty good to me, right?
Probes are under attack. They're too cute to die.
Much too cute to die. Oh my god, never mind. Look at that jaw. Did you see that? When these probes die, they have a metal jaw that falls out. That is not my Christian probe. No sirree. Well, looks like though we are in what we call an impasse. No player really wants to do pretty much anything at this point, and who can blame them? Who can really blame them with all this action happening? No one really wants to do anything. Helen's gonna go ahead and try and deny this Nexus. I don't know why they think that worked, but hey, you know what? You do you. Maybe they can pick up a couple of High Templar if they're so inclined. Probably not though. I would love to see Descendants stick around to try and kite this. That would have been kind of cool. Oh look, he's gonna actually try and do that. He thinks it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. There you go. Gonna see if he can get on top of these Templar. That would be amazing. And there we go. One storm forced on out. Another storm. He just end up getting one Templar. Definitely a pretty good trade so far. Look at all this micro happening. This is the things you can kind of get with Archon. Just everyone doing everything all the time. Though in this case, it's pretty much 3 person doing one thing all the time. But I digress. That's not the point. The point is the you know, the technicalities, what it can be, you know. Ooh, couple Charles is gonna go and run an amp. Probably gonna kill the siege tank. Not the Thor though. Way too much health on that bad boy. And Thor damage is actually really scary. Look at that. My God, Thors do not mess around. Oh, gonna go ahead and micro these units back. See if they can go ahead and take out the Thor. Probably not. And now I think, ooh, Zeno and Team Terran's gonna go ahead and start pushing on this Protoss space over here. Zerg, meanwhile, just kind of chilling around, making more Broodlords, making more Vipers, and making more Corruptors, blah, 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 blah. Venus is gonna go ahead and take out these Liberators, no problemo. So actually not moving on this 5th base location is Team Terran and Team Protoss. Let's take a look at that Golden Armada. Where is my Gordon Armada? No, Gordon Ramsay Armada. Where's the storm sauce? No, it's fine. One, the ship is almost done as well. That's a lot of carriers, as a matter of fact. Yes, it is. A couple of Zealots gonna go ahead and lose their lives over here because, hey, that's life. And he's gonna go ahead and try and take out the store, and he actually does end up succeeding. Good on you, mate. Good on you. Is the Terran gonna respond? They're still trying to defend on these fronts over here. Let's see. Look at how much damage. Wow. Wow. So painful. Both players? Not both players. All 9 players just kind of content to sit back and relax for the time being. I wonder what their team chats are like. I would love to have been able to have like an insight to the like team voices, just so I can see what they're talking about. Storming on the Thors, because that's always the thing that you can do, especially if you want to trade your Templar for it. Absolutely. Tempest's gonna go ahead and push these Thors back, but Thors deal so much damage. Oh my God, did they just 2-shot? No, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost 4-shot. I think with +3 or I think with armor upgrades, these actually survive 4 shots from the Thor, so that's very important. But yeah, I think, are we gonna see Kaka move out? Kaka? Oh, sorry, +2. So it's obviously more than just one guy named Kaka. There's 2 other players, so Kaka. Gotcha. Widowman's Burrow. Widowman's gonna explode the interceptors. And yeah, we're just gonna see these Tempests slowly chip away at TF. The Terran's trying to go and respond to defend against this. Gonna go and burrow his Widow Mines, and there is an observer here, so thankfully he can end up killing those before they do too much. And yeah, holy, what the battle cruisers? Hello? What? When did this happen? Oh my gosh, I should have been paying attention, shouldn't I? Wow, so that's actually not good. He lost a lot of carriers over there to these surprise battlecruisers. So, how do you deal with battlecruisers as Protoss? Well, you make Archons and you make Void Rays, and you also make Tempests because they can kite pretty well. In fact, they can kite so well against battlecruisers that even if you Yamato cannon on top of them, the Tempests can just kind of run away and then kite all the way back home. So Tempests are actually now back to being a pretty good counter against battlecruisers. So let's see. Gonna go and just start slowly picking away. I love to see this kind of control. Meanwhile, on the southwestern flank, the Zerg player is moving on toward this Protoss base over here. Not gonna be able to defend it. Even with all these cannons, even with all these shield batteries, I don't think it's gonna be enough. And he's gonna still focus on poking these away. Oh, here we go. Battlecruiser is gonna go ahead and still move forward. There's no vision, no Oracle to reveal these, unfortunately, which is extremely unfortunate. And yeah, now he's also having to deal with the aggression of the Zerg player, so he may actually end up having to back off here, off this location of the Terran. I don't think he can defend both fronts at once. He's gonna go ahead and send his, send his carriers back. Zerg Protoss are at the top. At the top says Xenoblaze, and so Zerg is obviously going to go and move on in, but it's the whole entirety of the Zerg army against only half of the Protoss, and what a mistake that is turning out to be. The Corruptors are able to get massive amounts of damage done on these carriers. Obviously, all the ground units are going to die, and the Tempests now have to move back as well. Protoss is dying. He cannot defend everything at once. He was the aggressor, and yeah, it was just... everything was fine until he got teamed up on, and I think this may be the end of Team Protoss. Is it? Maybe? I don't know, that's actually a lot of BCs. 4 Tempests can't really take that down, now can they? All the Zerg players, or rather, all the Zerg units are abducting all the Protoss units, and unfortunately, I think our time for the Protoss Golden Armada is ending very soon. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, he's got storms. Those are some good storms, don't get me wrong. No morph into the High Templar, though, so they're obviously going to die just straight up to the Broodlings, if even. We'll see. Yeah, just gonna go ahead and die to the Broodlings, unfortunately, before they get a chance to turn into Archons. Yeah, I don't think Protoss can really defend at this point. And now, the question is, Protoss is out. Now it's Terran versus Zerg. We got Broodlords, we got Corruptors, we got Vipers. There are a lot of BCs for the Terran player. If he can max out on BCs, which I think he's gonna go ahead and try and do, especially if he takes this base, drops a million mules over there. Team collusion detected, says Jaximo. Oh no. Yeah, that's kind of how these things happen, unfortunately, though. You can't really be too surprised, you know? Alright, Intercept's gonna see if they can try and kill these Corruptors. Wow, that was the most aggressive yoink I've ever seen in my life. He's gonna go ahead and start booing everyone. Boo! Says Jaximo. Boo on you! For shame! Something tells me that these guys don't really feel all that much shame. And yeah, the Corruptor Cloud is just a little bit too much. It's more like a flower. Corruptor flower. This bloom of Corruptor flower. I don't know. Protoss is pretty much dead at this point, so we're just going to stop talking about them and just focus on the Terran versus Zerg aspect. So what do you do against mass BCs? Well, logic would dictate maybe a lot of, Corruptors, a lot of Vipers can actually be helpful. Parasitic Bombs, even though they don't do that much damage against BCs, they still do damage and they can stack pretty well. And it's definitely not a negligible amount. What? Parasitic Bomb does like 120 damage? If I'm not mistaken, it's pretty insane. But I forget, does it... I don't think it... Okay, yeah. I don't think Parasitic Bomb stacks anymore. No, it can't stack on the same target, but it does 120. Somebody tell me how Parasitic Bomb works, please. Does it stack on the same target or no? Does it like if it stacks on the same target, is it able to... The damage doesn't stack, or like what? Does the damage stack? Just someone tell me if the damage stacks, that's all I need to know. Okay. Moving on to this game. Protoss pretty much dead. Terran is just gonna make a million BCs. He's slowly gonna send his tanks into the Terran, into the Zerg army to die. until he just has a billion bajillion BCs, and then he's gonna kill the absolute living hell out of Berserk Player. At least that's a plan, I'm suspecting. Yeah, okay, Kaka's gonna go ahead and GG out here. Probably no one is surprised about that. No one is really gonna go ahead and blame him either. But yeah, let's see how this works against the Terran vs Zerg now, because I'm not so certain. If the Zerg player can actually take on this BC army. I think he made too many Broodlords to try and take out the Protoss, and he did that successfully. But now, I mean, he has to go ahead and deal with Broodlords, Corruptors, attack Protoss. Oh, he's sad. Yeah, I know, but that's life. Terran Valkyries on bacon. Oh, looks like we got a little bit of salt coming up from Team Protoss. Oh no. That's a lot of BCs though. That's 12, 14, 16, 18 BCs. 18 BCs. I think you need like what? Like, you need like around 60, 70 Corruptors to like properly take that on, wouldn't you? At the very least, right? Or maybe you can just play the long game and slowly abduct them. Okay, here's the thing. The Zerg right now needs to make a lot of Spore Crawlers, just so that the Battlecruiser can bring on top of his army and kill him. And then after that bunch of Spore Crawlers, needs to make probably 1 million more Corruptors and some more Vipers. That's what that would be my first instinct in this game, because you know, you've obviously heard a lot of talk about BCs, you've obviously probably even seen them a couple of times. I think right now they just need to sit down, think about what they need to do, mine out the map, take all the resources they can, make as many spores as they can, and just slowly try and abduct the battlecruisers into there. I think that's pretty much the only way that Team Zerg can win, because this many BCs is not something to trifle with. There's almost a BC for every Corruptor here. I mean, it's crazy. Couple of Cyclones as well, gonna clean up the creep. Also gonna help in the main fight and picking off Corruptor. It's gonna be able to kill them pretty quickly. And handedly. Whew, sorry about that. Big ol' yawn. Couple of Links gonna go ahead and clean up everything over here. Probably not the best choice because they already left the game. I mean, just sack them and get more army supply, you know? Just like our Terran player is doing. Here we go. Gonna go ahead and send his SCBs over here. Just probably just go and send them to die. Ooh, actually, if Cyclone's getting a couple of lock-ons, that'll be pretty good. Yep, a Corruptor does end up going down. That's obviously a very painful loss to have to endure. And it's a full air game at this point. Now, I think our players just need to focus completely on the air, what they can do to beat stuff in the air, what they should do against things in the air. I mean, I don't know the bank of Team Zerg, but I would not be above them sacking like maybe this many Broodlords to free up supply for more Corruptors, maybe a couple of Infestors or so, or some Vipers or something, you know. I just feel like these Broodlords are going to be dead supply at this point, and if he has the money to, definitely should probably consider sacking them. Only 23 Corruptors over here for our Zerg player now. And again, how are you gonna stop this? There's no Spore Crawler for us. I mean, where's his Vipers? They're over here, but these things, it's only the Vipers and the Corruptors that are gonna stop this. And they're actually clumping up really hard. This could be his chance. Boris is gonna go and move on in. Is he gonna do it? Come on, pay attention. There he goes. There we go. Blending, not blending. Parasitic Bomb's gonna go ahead and go on down, leaving the Parasitic Bomb behind. But here's the cool thing. Oh, never mind. Do you guys remember yesterday when I casted that there was a bug in where the battlecruisers kept the parasitic bomb like skin tone effect animation thing on them after they jumped away from it, and that was super cool. But the same thing didn't happen again, so that's kind of weird. All right, thankfully still has a decent amount of his Corruptors. Honestly, yeah, you can lose the Broodlords. A couple more parasitic bombs going down. And this time he's clumping up really hard for God knows what reason, and he's taking the fight. All these battlecruisers getting super low in health, but I think he's content to just kind of trade them out. Why did the Vipers back away? They had the energy. Oh, they backed away. That was a little bit of a mistake, a little bit of a miscontrol there. SCB is obviously going to pray these bad boys back to full health, but I think the Zerg needs to go while they're all still low. This is his chance to shine. He needs to go right now. Right now. He's not going right now. I am losing faith. Oh my goodness. Well, at the very least, he cost him a couple of minerals and a couple of gas to go ahead and repair these bad boys back to full health. These cattle bruisers, as it's called. No units lost because this interface is poo-poo-yak against anything that's not 1122330444. Terran has to be super careful about how they take these engagements. Parasitic Bomb does a deceivingly large amount of damage. Oh my gosh! Terran, oh my gosh, Protoss is still in this game. What? What? Okay, he's gonna go 3 Phoenix, 1 Oracle, and a Dream. I would say just let him live at this point. Give him a Stargate. Just let him do what he wants. I don't know. Here's a real story, folks. Like, see this? No one wants to look at this boring Valkyrie army. 3 Phoenixes, an Oracle, and a Dream. Dude, Protoss is gonna win this. I promise you. I promise you. Like, they're gonna kill. Like, Terran and Zerg are gonna. Ouch. Are gonna kill you. Here they go. Assimilation successful. He's gonna give auto cannon his units, and there we go. Now for an anti-armor that comes down on all of these croppers, though. But the parasitic neuroinfection, the brain thing, is gonna go ahead and take control of 3 BCs, take them out of the equation entirely. Tactical jump is available, but no jumps. Oh my gosh, you forgot to jump them all. And actually, a tremendously good trade coming out from the Zerg player over there. Tremendously good. Looks like though these infestors are actually in a decent amount of trouble. There we go. Actually gonna go and yoink them away from the infestor. He really wants these bad boys to survive. And I don't blame him. Are there any more battle cruisers being remade? That's one way we can look at the bank. Only 1. So he's actually hurting for money a lot. There's not that many mineral patches on merry-go-round for each player. 5 is, you know, okay, but like it's not gonna take you into a super duper late game. Max out, remax out again, you know? More scans going on down though. And I think the Zerg player thinks he has enough here. The battle cruisers are running away, need to retreat into their missile turrets. They were kind of caught out of position. And there we go. That is going to go into deter them for now. Where's that Widowmine I came to avenge my Oracle's death? Jaximo wants to... Oh, he lost his Oracle to a Widowmine! Here, let me help him find it. He was probably just flying around. But he can't detect it. Because he doesn't have an Oracle! Oh, snap! Oh, poor guy. Oh, well. Probably should get through. Sorry about that, folks. Ugh. Terran is hurting. Undoubtedly, Terran is hurting. They took some pretty poor engagement with their BCs. They needed to control it a little bit better. Maybe it's just a too many cooks sort of situation. Sorry. You know? Maybe like everyone wants to control everything all at once, and then everything just gets clumped up and nothing happens, and they try to teleport away, but they can't because they're trying to Yamato at the same time. Maybe it's something like that. I don't know. In any case, Terran's gonna lose all of his Hellions trying to kill these queens, which kind of sucks, but... Oh, there you go! There you go! That's how you roast them up! The animation didn't even come out. Did you see that? Oh, man. What a life, right? What a life. Alright, here we go. Cyclones are gonna do what they can. They get immediately abducted though. Good job. Team Zerg not taking any of that Terran's BS. And here we go. He's gonna go ahead and try and make it happen. He's gonna go ahead and get the Widowmine right underneath the Corruptor Cloud. Needs to target it. The targeting is perfect. All these Corruptors at 1 hit point. He has to blink on top of that now. No. This is like the best it's ever gonna get. With all these Corruptors basically dead. Like, it doesn't get any better than that, right? Oh my god, 1 more Widowmine. And all these Corruptors might have been dead. Oh my goodness. He needs to blink on top of this, right? I mean, I guess I can see the hesitance. Never mind, that might just be a horrible idea, Svagar. What are you doing? Blink on top of that? Evil? Are you kidding me?
Your base is under attack again.
Yeah. Oh, and also your units are under attack again. Who would have thunk, right? Oh, just damaging these units though, not being able to finish them off. And these are going to slowly regen their hit points, but it does buy him a little bit of time at the very least. I just think he could have capitalized off of those Widowmine shots a little bit more. I don't know. Tricky engagement here for both players. How many Corruptors does he have? He has 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30? 30? Oh, picking up a Disruptor. I mean, an Infestor. Good job, Cyclone. You ready? Appreciate you. Miguel says best game ever. Yeah, this is quite a treat. Especially if you have the correct observer interface. That's okay though. Did he get another one? Nah, he tried, but he's gonna get abducted. No, he's not actually. Never mind. Ooh, not bad. But I think Team Zerg is getting impatient. They want to move on out. Do they have any more Widowmines? What is in production for them? Just Hellions and maybe a Thor or two. The classic Ding Dong, Alexandrenki hosting the stream. Thank you so much. Just gonna go ahead and pick up an Orbital, says Team Zerg. And where are there any minerals left in this map at all? There's some left over here. And there's some left over here. Though the actual drone count is pretty low. So Zerg is actually mining pretty happily. Terran has one base that they're mining off of, and it's pretty much dead. So the economy for Zerg is definitely a lot better. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 still at 30 corruptors. And yeah, I would love to see just a couple of, you know, needs to get value out of the Yamato cannon, you know? I mean, just like, but if he does use the Yamato cannon, maybe he'll like die to the actual push from the Zerg, because it's very hard. It's a very precarious position. Both players just kind of want to sit back at the time being, and you can't really blame them, you know? So a couple of throws being made, high impact payload probably, but if he does have any Ravens, which I don't see any, so it probably isn't. Probably wants to keep those on the high impact payload then. If he had Ravens though, he could have maybe tried and done something fun, like you know, anti-armor missile all the corruptors and then get the liberators or the Thor Jatter in javelin missile mode and then just splash on everything, you know. That would have been rocking. Hey, the Cyclone's really making a name for himself, ain't he? More corruptors being made into brood lords. I'm not sure how much I agree with that decision. How many brood lords does he have? He has like 2 right now. Okay, so I guess he's going back up to 5. Yeah, exactly. I think you only really need like a couple of brood lords. I think 5 is a good number. And that's, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 is also a good number. I mean, you don't really need that many brood lords to be able to like push the ground away and, you know, get your point across, as it is. You know, being stingy with the scans, not scanning in front of the creep, has to be super careful. The Vipers are moving on forward, has to be ready to just tap that that tactical jump button. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 battle cruisers against 26 corruptors. Wait, 24, 25 corruptors versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 battle cruisers. So the corruptors can definitely put up a good fight there. But if he stays behind the missile turrets and also 4 Thors on the ground, nothing to sneeze at all. He can maybe actually pull out a win here. It's not over for Terran just yet. He has a huge abundance of minerals. Probably just hurting for gas, as you can see by his continued production of Hellions and missile turrets. Trying to take his dominance over this location over here, just building a bunch of missile turrets. I kind of dig it. No rush from either player. And actually, as soon as I say that, rush from either player, gonna go ahead and get the Yamatos off and warp on back home. So 1 battlecruiser did end up going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As you can see, 1 definitely died. And actually, a couple of corruptors died in its place. Good trade by the Zerg. Here's the cool thing. If the Terran is all out of gas, how is he going to repair these BCs? The answer is he cannot. And that is a very saddening thing to have happen. So, has to be super careful with how much damage he takes on these BCs. I actually think he's 100% out of gas. Let's see if he can even repair this battlecruiser. That'll give us some insight. It's at 190 right now. I don't think he can. Oh man, I really don't think he can. That sucks. And okay, so a lot of more corruptors just joined the party. We're now at 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 corruptors. And another, oh, this is actually pretty bad. A Neo Parasite going down these doors. Able to kill the battlecruiser. Can they get a second? No. But the Hellions, oh my gosh. Why are you scared of losing minerals at this point? Another more abducts going on down. I think this actually may be it for the Terran player. He as well is now what's just way too many. Way too many units for this to be acceptable. I think he may have had a chance over here when all the corruptors were super low. Think on top of it. That's your only chance maybe, but I don't know. It's a hard choice to make. It's a hard choice to make. More Neo Parasites going down. More BCs getting targeted as well. The Hellions try and get rid of them, but there's no scans. Finally, he's only going to throw one down, but it's a little bit late for that. And the Vipers can actually now even come forward and take these Thors out as well. And I think this may just be the end for our Terran player. He's losing all of his units. He has only a couple of BCs in the air. Absolutely, they cannot stand up to this flower of corruptors. He's going to move in for the killing blow. Is Team Zerg, as the Terran player just slowly succumbs to the gentle pick away and abduct style of the Zerg player. There's nothing left for him. He's making Hellions. GG is called. Terrans are leaving the game in droves, and I think after 38 minutes, god damn, Team Zerg is finally gonna go ahead and win this game. Wow, what a game, right? And Xenophage 2 was defeated. It doesn't say game over. It doesn't say that he was victorious, which is actually kind of weird. Oh, I know why. Oh, Kaka. Oh, you. Oh, hang on. Let's see if we can. If we had like access to all chat. GG second place, nice. No, you have to stay quiet. Oh my god, he actually did get second place. Oh my god! Terran came in last because I never finished off the Protoss. Oh my god! Oh, that's insane. That's insane. Team Protoss managed to get second place because they just never quit the match. Okay, I guess that's life. There we go. No forces. And Zerg is finally gonna take the series. Oh my gosh. Oh, I think I am pretty much almost dead at this point. Oh my gosh, that was quite the game. And we're passing over, let's see, right now is hour 3 of the stream, folks. And we are getting hungry. Oh, I should have eaten something, that would have been mine. I shudder to look at the graphs for that game, so we're just gonna go ahead and pretend they don't exist. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and come back to the Psionic default. Now, I have 1 more hour left before I have to absolutely jetty spaghetti. So, if any of you guys watching right now care to take over the stream after I leave, that would be absolutely fantastic. If you know of anyone that can, just go ahead and send me a message on Discord, or just let me know in chat and we'll get to talking. I'm also going to post an announcement on the Casters Lounge that we are looking for someone to host that and just conclusion of the Race Wars thing, because I think we still got maybe like 4 or 5 hours left of the tournament to go at the very most. You know, it's probably going to be closer to 3-4. So just going to go ahead and ping everyone over here to see if they can take over. Casters Lounge. Send out a quick message real quick. Alright, messages sent. Let's go ahead and hop on into the interview channel, I think. Here we go. Ready? Now it's gonna be PBT, I think? Yeah, PBT.
FFA, me ha gustado mucho. Vale, no sé, Mr. Ryan, you're here. Sorry, I didn't see you. Okay, my first question is for Mr. Ryan, for Swagger. How did you feel about this amazing show match? Because I thought Zerg were in a really bad position at the beginning of the game, and they just won at the end.
Oh, the 1v1v1 Archon thing that we just watched?
Yeah.
Dude, that was crazy. Are you kidding me? It was 38 minutes of Archon goodness. My observer interface didn't actually work, so for half the time I was just like trying to see like what is actually going on. I had to see like, oh, they're only making Hellions, so they must be out of gas, or they must be running out of minerals or supply box. But it was really fun. I think it was a really fun match, and it's really crazy. Protoss got second place. That's crazy. No one finished them off. So the Terran just quit and died, and then he got second.
And we saw the art and the star you drew, Kakashi, of course.
He drew the heart with his phoenixes on patrol, and that's why he not only won second place in the game, but he won first place in our hearts. Oh, Team Protoss, man, never forget.
Yeah, it was honestly, I loved it. It was so amazing. But let's make a quick interview because the first match was insane. A best of 7 with 7 games, so we are a bit late. So let's start the second interview really quick. Xenoblade's first question is for you. You saw Protoss team losing against the Zerg team, which looked like to be really let's say less strong than both other teams, but they won also the FFA. So my question is, do you think you are in a really good position to win the PVT?
Yeah, I think we will win the TVP, and TVZ will be pretty easy, in my opinion.
Okay, so
Ooh, pretty easy.
pretty easy.
You're
That's
gonna
right.
take that? My second question is for Kakashi. Are you gonna take that?
Yeah.
Ooh, just
I
gonna
hate
take-
Terran.
Wow.
I hate Terran, I hate Zerg, but I prefer Zerg than Terran.
Oh yeah, that's good enough. All right, my question is for both captains. We're gonna let Kakashi answer first, and then Xenoblade. Without giving away too much, do you guys have a specific strategy in mind that you're gonna try and execute, or are you just gonna see if you can just kind of wing it throughout the series? What are you guys thinking?
I don't have a serious strategy, but I think I can win. I'm very bad versus Terran,
Uh-huh.
but I think I can win.
Okay, cool, cool. How about you, Zeno?
No strategy, just win. And that's
No,
all.
no strategy, just win. I like it. I like it. Okie dokie.
Okay, well, last question maybe for. Let's start with Kekeshi. What's your forecast for this match? I mean, you said 4-3 on the last match for you. You failed, but it was really close because it was a 4-3 for your opponent. What is your bet on this match? Who will win and what will be the score?
Can you translate the question, please? I don't understand. So
En español, ¿qué piensas que será el resultado del principio partido? Has perdido en
sí, contra Zerg.
has dicho 4-3, estaba 4-3, pero para Team Zerg, ¿qué piensas para este partido en contra de Terran?
Pienso que mis chicos que se le dará mejor el Terran que el Zerg, pero personalmente a mí es muy difícil el Terran contra mí.
Vale.
Es muy difícil el Terran y creo que podemos ganar.
So Kakashi says he is not really confident against Terran, but his teammates are really confident against Terran, so he thinks he can win. What score for you, Kakashi?
What?
Like 4-3, 4-2, 4-1, 4-0?
I think that's the last match, but I win. We win.
Okay.
4-3.
Xenoblade? 4-3 for them? Xenoblade?
No,
You say-
for us. 4 for us.
Ooh, 4-3 for them.
And Xeno?
4-0 for us.
Okay. So who will be your first player, Xenoblade?
Did I hear 4-0?
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn!
Xenoblade,
Oh,
will
is
you
that a
be the
Vistazo?
first player? Xenoblade, will you be the first player of your team then?
Nah,
Because-
it will be Mutton.
It will be Mutton, okay. So she and Kekeshi. You may not know. ¿Quién será su primero jugador?
Estamos decidiéndolo. No está muy segura la cosa, pero
Vale, vale.
vamos a ver. No queremos desvelar nada.
Vamos a ver.
Vale. Let's go, guys, and on this second best of 7, I'll be hosting the first map. Have fun, guys.
Yep. Thank you so much for having us interview for you guys, and best of luck for other players.
Thank you.
Once we have
Good
the-
luck.
Good luck. Good
luck.
luck, guys.
All right. First game is gonna be on Cyber for Resto. Gotta just quickly blow a little bit of cooling air into my sweaty body. Why do I have to? It's I don't know. It's hour 3, so sometimes I get a little talking. My bad, y'all. My bad. Here we go. Xenodactyl says he can take over when I need to go. What a homie G. I'm gonna message him on Xeno. Hey Xeno, thanks for being a homie G. I'll let you know 10 minutes in advance when I will go. 2-minute delay on stream. 2-minute delay on stream. Stream to main Alpha X SC2 Twitch channel. Yeah, pretty much it. There we go. Quarthus will co-cast this one with me. Oh, that sounds like it'll be a lot of fun. Definitely, undoubtedly. Kigura says, no Chad, no strat, just win. Show us the deepest V-neck you have, swag. Why you guys want to make me uncomfortable with my body? I'll tell you what, if someone donates 1 bit, I'll show you guys the deepest V-neck I have. Okay? How about this? You know what? How about this? No V-neck until someone donates a bit. That's your punishment. That's for making me feel bad and self-conscious about my fashion sense. Now I have a V-neck in the back though, which is 10 times more uncomfortable. And not just for me, for everyone else, man. Alright, did anyone figure out the parasitic bomb stuff, by the way? Need and persist to fungal. Never-ending story, long CMLA in a second. Jay Skippy says, Swag the type to have a V-neck that goes all the way down to his belly net, and Swag the kind of type to have a V-neck that goes all the way down to his back. Yeah, think about it. And not just because I'm wearing it this way. I mean, like, on the front. Never mind. Yeah. I like Miguel's voice, too. You guys see what I'm talking about, right? Miguel's voice is... I love his voice, man. It's so, like... And it's like, whoa. It gives me the shudders, right? Alright. Another sip. Another shameless Bubba Burger plug. With my Bubba Burger hat. And we are going to save our voice to go ahead and make sure that we can correctly cast the last hour of this series. I unfortunately have to go at 3 o'clock. I wish I could stay longer. But yeah, that's the life we have to live so far. So we're just gonna chill for the time being. Well, looks like though we're having some people having problems joining the lobby. That's a-okay. Getting some time to relax. Stretch up my legs a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna take my brain and just for a little bit as we just go ahead and relax. So don't go anywhere, folks. I'll be right back. Mentally, that is. Physically, I'm still here, but mentally. Somebody's computer crashed, so we're gonna have to wait a couple more minutes before the game can start. Ain't that just amazing? Yeah, Jay Skippy ruining it for everyone. No turtleneck now. Or rather, no V-neck now. Ruin it for everyone. Okay. Oh? Is that the faded donation thing? I think so. JSKP cheered 100, said bring the V-neck back. Okie dokie, boy. Well, I did say that I'd bring it back for 1 bit, not 100 bits. So unfortunately, I cannot bring the V-neck. Fine, guys. You guys get V-neck swag. But let this be a lesson to ye. Never to insult me fashion sense ever again, ye landlubbers. Is this steep enough? How about this? For for 1 million bits, I'll make the V-neck go like all the way down to like my neck. And I don't mean like this. I mean like the V-neck goes down, loops around my body, and comes back up over here. Let me see. There we go. A nice, modest V-neck. Let me see. Can I? Yeah. Can you guys see that little fuzz? The little. I'll stop. We'll get it to normal again. We're gonna get it together, and we're gonna get into a game. Okay, here we go. Game number 1 of the Protoss versus Terran Race Wars. Another matchup that I know significantly a decent amount of. Let's go ahead and introduce our players. Spawning in the bottom right-hand position of Cyberforce, representing Team Protoss and D-Life Gaming, it is Jakesmo. And his opponent spawning the top left-hand position of Cyberforce, representing Team Terran, it is the first Terran player to come out. He's gonna do the clean 4-0 sweep like our friend, I forgot who it was predicted. It is Moten. Where is your base? Where is your base? There is your base. There we go. Is it oh, I just thought of a meme. Okay, I'll save it for later though. Let's see. Jakesmo gonna go ahead, scout with that pylon, no, scout with that probe, and figure out that something is desperately, horribly, inconsiderably not correct with the world. Not gonna scout with the to see if the barracks is in a different position though. A little bit strange. Considering this double gas, it could just be a proxy reaper and that's it. And it looks to be the looks of it so far. And yeah, SCV's going back home, which is going to be a proxy reaper to try to scare the Protoss, make them sweat. Obviously, the very standard response for this is going to be a Zealot into a Cybernetics core. And, well, yeah, that's pretty much what he's going to be doing. And I think that's a good choice here. Good gateway positioning over here, too. I definitely like this wall-off spot on Cyberforce. Not really too many good spots to wall off here anyways. And yeah, it's going to be a 1-base build coming out for the Terran player after this factory finishes on up, so he should be prepared to try and face off against some sort of weird shenaniganry. Honestly, I'm actually not a huge... I'm not super opposed to him going Stargate to deal with this, but generally a Robo would be more acceptable, I would say. Is he going to lose his probe? Probably going to lose the probe. And yeah, probe does end up going on down. Thankfully, he does end up delaying the Reaper enough so that he can't get into the main base. And now he's going to go ahead and send out another probe as soon as he can, as soon as it's convenient to him. As soon as he has the actions to spare. Zealot is gonna try and intercept it. No, unfortunately not gonna be able to do so. And probe again going down unsupported, but it will actually end up getting the Nexus this time. Probably gonna lose this life though. And no additional gate units coming out for Jakesmo, which is again very strange, especially when you're considering that he knows that this is 1-base shenaniganry. There is a tech lab on there, so probably should be thinking of cornering out. Ooh, actually, he's gonna go ahead and go for a War Prism instead of an Immortal, which I guess can work just as well, considering. Now, micro-wise, not very good on Jakesmo's end. Losing a decent amount of probes here when he had the proper defenses doesn't feel super right. Gonna go ahead and sack the Reaper and get maybe one last probe before dying. Not a bad defense at all. And the Twilight Cancel now coming out. I don't like this over not getting it. I would say, like, get more gateways, get more gateways, get more gateway units. Why are you trying to be aggressive on his side of the map? I don't understand your life and your face, and you only have one gateway. Why are you walking across the map? What are you doing? What is your life? Making another pylon over here is for... But he already has a Warp Prism, right? Ay caramba, what a life, you guys. Anyways, I guess he's gonna go ahead and... Oh, he's gonna build shield batteries. Oh, okay. See, I discounted the shield batteries because I didn't see any probe, but I guess it was just a hidden probe I didn't see. And he's gonna go for the contain here. Thankfully, a sea shank should be able to make this contain literally not do anything. And still no additional gates coming out for Jakesmo. Probably just a ginormous oversight, a huge mistake, but still. Well, I guess, yeah, that pretty much settles it. It's a very big mistake to not have additional gateways at this point in the game. You can 100% afford them, and there he goes. Gonna go ahead and throw down 3 additional gateways. He is that concerned about being behind on units, and I think that that's a valid concern. Oop, Sea-Chank's gotta be super careful to still stay on the high ground. That's not on the high ground. Oh, there he goes. Goes ahead and bumps it up to the high ground with that add-up shade. More production coming out as well. Mutant not really forcing the issue down here, even though it's only 3 gateway units. Probably soon to be 4, I guess, if he wants to warp in a stalker or something. More gateways on the way, though. A lot more gateways on the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gateways. 7 gateways. Can my brother get an 8? No, I don't think so, but 8 gateways. Still a decent amount of pain to go ahead and have to chew through. Are we going to pick up the adept to save it? No, we're not. We're going to pick up the zealot. Well, that's okay. Micro is hard. Micro is hard, folks. He's researching charge. He should probably just get a 3rd base here pretty soon. If he's not mistaken. Because I don't think any amount of charge routes is going to be able to break this ramp up here if the Terran is properly positioned. I guess maybe he can do a big charge route warping in the main, but again, charge routes aren't super popular against Terran because kiting is a very real thing. And then again, all signs point to charge lot all in. Nope, now they don't. But charge lot aggression at the very least. Charge lot contain? Just charge lots, I guess. Mutant, meanwhile, is going to go ahead and play his very standard Terran game. He has 3 racks, he has a factory, he has a starport. He's getting his upgrades up, researching stim combat shields. He's doing what Terrans generally just do against Protoss, right? And yeah, he's gonna go ahead and enjoy his life doing that. He probably could be affording to make something out of this factory, but I guess he doesn't wanna. And oh, actually, here he goes. Charles is gonna go ahead and jump on it over here. There's not really too much protections over here. Maximo saying my life for Ire again. And I think he's just catching Mutant off guard. Unfortunately, there was not a wall in over here. There weren't just that many units in the first place anyway, so... Was I just wrong in saying that the Charlots weren't going to do anything? He should probably just lift this up. Lift it up. Oh no, he's going to lose it. He's going to lose it. Oh my god. Okay, no, he's not going to lose it. No, he's going to lose it because of the Stalker. Right? It's going to burn down. Oh my god, is it? Come on, send some SCVs. If you send some SCVs, it'll be okay. Okay, never mind. The mules are going to go ahead and repair their life for it. My life for the CC. And the Stalker tries to confirm it. Alright. Oh, damn, that was close. 10 ACVs going down, and still... Charge lots are not worthless against Terran. They are pretty good. They take forever to kill. Look at this. Look at that. That's not gonna die. Oh, look. He let the... Oh, and the door is down. Oh, and the door is down. Oh, he's gonna probably focus... Look at this. Look how long it takes for one zealot to maybe die. Oh, my God. Okay, well, that... Widowmine is obviously an exception here, but still. Zealots take a while to die. I think this is a... This orbital command is almost burning down, but doesn't look to be doing so just yet. Another warping reinforcement is going to go and come in, and I think did Jakesmo actually break Mutant with the jankiest charge lot build in the history of janky charge lot builds that shouldn't have never worked in the first place? I think so. GG is called, and Jakesmo, his life for Ire is going to take game number 1 of this best of 7. My goodly godliness. Yeah, I guess... I'm reading now in chat that Mutant is famous for his 25-minute matches. Guess not. When you're famous for 25-minute matches, you very soon become famous for 5-minute matches. That's how StarCraft works, folks. Ooh. Oh, look, it's Astria. Why do I have him on Whisper? Alpha X Astria. Look at this guy. Top 4. Wow, what a man. I promise you he has more than 0 career games. I think he has something like 23,000. View profile. 10,000. 10,066, which is pretty damn good if you think about it. I only have like what, 9,000? 8,000. Yeah, we gotta get there. This should be something special. This should be like a celebration as soon as a player plays his like 10,000th game. I don't know. I think that'd be pretty cool, right? Yeah, undoubtedly. just gonna go ahead and chillax for the time being. Wait for our next player to get here. Chillaxing. Oh, look how tiny my cursor is. Look at that. Look how cute that is. Look, look. Beep. Beep. Me 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 beep. I don't know how that gets me. It's my casting cursor. Generally, my cursor size is somewhere like, it's like right around here. That's how big I like my cursor. See where this 9 is over here? I like that just above the cursor size, and this is generally how I like my cursor. But sometimes when I need to cast, you have to get your caster settings on. So you get your cursor size low, you disable the mouse scroll, and it's just a little. Meep. Me. Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and chill and wait for the next game. I am in no mental state. Yep, no 4-0 here. Exactly, Gigora. Looks like Kitty's got claws, right? Ice Steak Hache. Join the party. Ice Steak Hache. Kind of a fun name. And Jax though. Alright, it looks like this guy is from Alpha X International League Platinum 1, rank 7 Protoss player, or rather Terran player. 3300, 36 MMR, not bad at all. And he hit Diamond League once as a season finisher, so not bad at all. Gonna be the next opponent. We're gonna wait and see if he can bring any pain against the one, the only, the Jaxro. Okie dokie. Let me quickly set everything up. Here we go. Spawning in the middle left-hand position of automation. Again with the My Life Friar. Representing the Protoss race, it is Jaxmo. J-Hexamo. Jaxmo. Jixmo. Rawr. And his opponent spawning in the right-hand position of automation. Representing the Terran race in Alpha X International, it is the Red Terran player, Ice Steak Hache. Ice Steak Hache. With that awesome TUI logo just revolving and revolving and revolving. Ah, too sugoi for me. And yeah, we're gonna have to see what is up. Now, I think Jakesmo is a diamond player, while Icetech is a platinum player. And while there is, you know, a fairly significant difference between the two leagues, I think that it's not, you know, we don't necessarily have to count Icetech out. When a player, you know, players are dynamic, they have shortcomings in different areas. Maybe Icetech is just really bad when it comes to the late game, and he tries to, you know, and there's a lot of late game players in Platinum. Maybe he has a lot of problems with one specific matchup. Who knows what it is? Maybe he's weak against something that Jakesmo is not going to exploit, and then he can actually do something. And he stole the gas, but that's okay. You can just take the gas on the natural. Never mind, you can't really do that. All right. Well, in any case, it is going to be Reaper opening for Icetech. So he knows that the Reapers are pretty good. Generally, kind of what you want to be getting at this stage of the game, as well as that CC. Jakesmo is probably going to let that finish. It's going to be a super annoying assimilator to try and deal with, but they recently got a health nerf. Not many people know about this, but they used to have like, what, 450 health and 450 shields or something like that? But they now it's down to 300 because, you know, Blizzard said, what? 450 health assimilator? And they had to like nerf it right away before it broke the game. And meanwhile, they were looking at carriers and they were like, you know, these guys should be fine for a couple of years. Or rather, I guess. We looked at Terran and was like, yeah, this race is fine. Nah, no problems here. But that Protoss Assimilator? Better not have 450 health. Oh, better not. Oh, here, this is what I was talking about. You see? See, so lost is idle time, lost is out time. You know how I was talking about that weird thing that that this UI does, that this Observer UI does? Where it actually shows you like these things here that nobody knows what they do. That's what these are. Look, it says Tech 300, Tech 250. What the hell does that mean? Does that mean like he spent 250 resources on tech buildings? But he hasn't, because this says 500. But it said 250, but as soon as it's finished up, it said 500. One advocate can actually kill 2 Marines, so I don't know what he's so scared about. Yeah, this is also a good thing. Having that little bit of knowledge that one addict can probably kill 2 Marines would have been nice to have right about then. This probe's gonna come up for the assassination. I can feel it in my bones. Like, I can feel my bones creaking against each other. Is that normal? No, yeah, it's fine. Anyways, back at home, what is Jakesmo's gonna do? Look at though the name of the game is going to be Disruptor Drops or Colossus Drops. That's really only the real reason I can think of a robotics play this early. You know, because why not? You know, they're not half bad. I would suggest them trying them out. Hey, definitely couldn't hurt. Probe is still just kind of sneaking around over here. Looks like there's just going to be a one-on-one build coming out for the Terran player. Gonna see if he can find some Widowmine drops sometime in the near future of this game. Probably should be hitting the Protoss space at around 5 minutes, 5 minute 15 seconds, somewhere around there. If he really wants to hurry. And yeah, I think these 2 extra gateways are a good choice from Jakesmo. And both players just kind of playing the best kick game. Doing something fairly standard recommended. Is he going to go for the assassinate? No. Well, maybe he was trying to go for it, but then he just got insta-killed, which tends to happen when you walk into a group of 10 Marines as a probe. There we go. Widowmine's going to go ahead and boost on out. Like I said, should be watching the clock very carefully. Should Jakesmo around that 5-minute mark is when those Widowmines will be hitting your main base depending on the map, so gotta be super duper careful. And like I said, Disruptor drops. Hey, look at me go. So, you know, I've actually seen people just go 1 Disruptor into Colossus. Some people don't like to play Disruptors. I can get why they wouldn't like to. Maybe against a Platinum player, I can see why you might want to go for Disruptors, but again, it's definitely a very stylistic thing, you know. And Widowmine drop first coming on into the base of Jakesmo. Perfect burrow by Icetech, and yeah, oh, now he pulls the probes away. Unfortunately, it's a little bit too late for that, and 7 probes do end up botting. That is pretty painful stuff. However, he has the opportunity to give him the same back, 2 disruptors instead of just a normal 1. And I don't think Icetech actually knows about this. Yeah, he doesn't know about the disruptor drops at all. So no units in the main base, no missile turrets, no nothing. Gonna have quite a big of a problem was actually what I was going to say, but not going to say that. We're going to say quite a big problem with these disruptors. And actually, ooh, with the Observer Vision, he's going to get some pretty juicy shots here if he's not careful. Okay. Icetech not happy about that. Given a couple of those dots, Jackson probably just going to hit him up with a Mind Life for Ire. Yeah, I told it! I totally called it! Wow, I'm a genius. Guys, I totally called that, right? I'm really smart, right? I totally said that was gonna happen. Oh my god. Okay, but anyways, 4 more probes gonna go down. So, medevac, 2 Widowmines, 12 probes. I would say not half bad. However, this harassment with the War Prism is gonna be really the bane of Icetakeachi's existence, because he still has these out on the map. He can still move across the map and explode the shit out of anything he wants. And oh, you're kidding me. Does he see it? Now, yeah, he definitely sees it. Let's see. He's probably going to move into the main base. Icetakeachi has no detection over here. Or rather, no vision up over here, sorry. Gonna send some Widowmines on this side of the base. Probably neglecting this side of the base, unfortunately. Just trying to catch the War Prism, I guess. Here we go. Gonna go and drop onto the main. No evacuations just yet. And only 2 going on down. A little bit of a Reaver pathing going on over there. Oh, sorry, Scarab pathing going on over there. I don't know. I don't play Brood War. I just know that it's a meme. But yeah, only 2 SCVs for 2 disruptor shots, and 1 of them whipped, so that was kind of sucky. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the map, it is going to be Colossus coming out for my friend Jakesmo over here. Widowmine's probably going to go ahead and reposition just to make sure that the War Prism doesn't act all pesky and mesky and resky and tesky. Here we go, they're going to go ahead and unload again. No reaction from Icetakeachi. There it is, actually, not bad. Going to go ahead and just damage the Tech Labs. I think he thought that they would one-shot it, but not the case. A little bit too much, a little bit over enthusiastic repair going on there. And actually, a very formidable force coming out from Icetakeachi. Stim is done. He has his +1 attack in Concussive Shells. Combat shields. This is a very scary attack against the unupgraded Protoss army. Here we go. It's going to go ahead and push on forward. Now, this is a decent army for the Protoss. I definitely don't think it should die, but he has to be careful not to take any serious damage, really. Jakesmo is going to go ahead and get pushed up in the front here. I'm not a huge fan of this. Oh, probably should stim any second now, but yeah. Gonna go ahead and just try and kite the units back into this minefield. Good splits coming out from Icetakeachi. Excellently done there, but the Colossi is just gonna be too much to bear, too much to handle. Gonna take out another, disruptor, but unfortunately loses the medevac in the process. And yeah, like I said, definitely not a Protoss army that you could have contested there. Meanwhile, back at home, the third base is going to go ahead and land Icetakeachi. If he wants to go for this heavy bio style, that's okay. Just has to make sure that the Colossus count doesn't get too crazy, because he can definitely lose the game if the Colossi just walk over him, you know. That's definitely something that can happen. Is he going to catch this? Icetakeachi. Oh, no. Oh my gosh, just that much vision away from literally winning the game. What a sad, sad, sad story. Now, this actually could turn very base racy very quick. Generally, Protoss is generally considered not as favored as the Terran when it comes to base races, because Terran obviously much more mobile. They can abuse their positioning a lot better, you know, all that sort of stuff. However, if it's just starting, the Protoss can definitely fight back with some recalls. Gonna go ahead and blink on top of everything, which I think is a fine choice here. The bio not retreating to the high ground as it probably should. He needs to rally his production indoors and make as many units as he can. His macro kind of slipping up, as you can see. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the map, he's having problems. His APM is just getting so taxed. He's trying to take this down, take the fight on the low ground. Absolutely not what he needs to be doing. And oh, actually, he recalls to save his Nexus as soon as he takes it out. So it's going to go ahead and be able to take out a decent chunk of Terran forces before they have to go ahead and back on out. And this game is all over. Yeah, GG is called. And Jakesmo, after wiping out armies on both fronts, is going to go ahead and win game number 2 for Protoss. Not bad at all. Yeah, very fun game. I mean, obviously we show that I think Icetakeachi was able to show that he has teeth. That, you know, he was definitely able to not just roll over and die against the Protoss player, but unfortunately I don't think it just wasn't enough, you know. And Jakesmo's play was pretty good. Disruption shots pretty good, and decision making pretty good. So congratulations to Jakesmo going up 2-0 for his race. Gonna have to wait and see how long this is gonna be for. How long he can handle this advantage. how long he can hold on. Hang on, just gotta do a couple of stuff here. Twisting, turning, stretching, retching. Alright. Quick mental enema and we are good. Let's go ahead and introduce our player. Spawning, top left-hand position of Kairos Junction. He is representing the Protoss race, up 2-0 so far against the nasty Terran menace. It is Jakesmo. And his opponent spawning in the bottom right position of Kairos Junction. Representing the Terran race, it is the red Terran player, Xenoblades. Quite a prolonged intro, if I do say so myself. Do you guys actually think Jakesmo is going to 4-0? I actually don't have any idea, but from the way he's playing so far, he seems to have a pretty solid understanding of PvT. We did actually see that, let's see, in the interview, what was his name? Kakashi? Yeah, Kakashi was definitely pretty uncomfortable in PvT. However, Jakesmo seems to have not as many problems with it. I wish I could have checked out his profile to see exactly how true that... Oop. Yep. Come on. Come on. What did I do? What did I do? What? Hello? Production. There we go. Alright, rock and roll. Alright. Yeah, it seems to have been... seems to be doing pretty well against Terran so far. His builds are a little jank. I'm not gonna lie there. They do strike me as a little odd sometimes, but overall, Not bad at all coming out from Jakesmo. Able to actually do some good things against the Terran player. And look, he took the gas again. Oh, what a scoundrel. My goodness. Though, the gas tech has recently been nerfed as the assimilator now has 150 less health and 150 less shields. Guys, it's not even worth it to do this anymore, honestly. It just dies so easily. Oh my gosh, just stop. It just got nerfed into the ground. Thanks, Blizz. Such a bitch. Oh my god. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Reaper's gonna go ahead and get into the main base. No probe micro means that that probe will die. The Shade not chasing after the Reaper, also a little bit of a faux pas. A little bit of patty cake going on over here. Xenoblade's just gonna go ahead and content to just kind of scout around, see what's good in the hood with the Reaper. And actually, no micro. Oh, he stopped for a second. Ah, what a sad life. Now, generally when this happens, I love to send my adept immediately across the map, just because I know I have that free, unharassable scouting. I mean, even with my stock images, I would have done it anyways, but yeah. Gonna go ahead and get some scouting info as Jakesmo to see that Xenoblaze has that tech lab on that factory. Curiouser and curious. Oh, just getting it for the tech lab, when in reality he's gonna build another barracks on that tech lab, so I guess it's technically a 2-1-1? Eh? It's more like a 1-1 and then plus 1-1, I guess. No, it's just, yeah. So it's going for up to 3 racks with 2, kind of a weird, this is all just kind of weird, I'm sorry, I'm not very used to this. 3 barracks almost immediately, as well as that starport factory, just getting as many add-ons as his heart can possibly manage. And that's going to be pretty much it for him. No fear of a Stargate whatsoever. Then again, he didn't scout any Stargate at all, so you can obviously see why he's not really scared by the prospect of one. Okay, going up to 4 gates now is our friend Jakesmo. He's going up to 5? Yes, he is. Up to 5 gateways. And more charge again. So he's going for something similar that he did on Cyber Force when he just kind of ran up the ramp with 1,000,000 charge slots. And the Terran was just like, well, I got nothing. And honestly, maybe a similar story this game. Terran's been just like super focused on getting a bunch of add-ons and a bunch of production and getting everything up. He's only had like 5, 6... Yeah, he's only had like 5 or 6 Marines for the longest time now. And no scouting info at all for the first early portions of this game. And if you can't see this coming, then my god, can it kill the ever-loving hell out of you. Goodness gracious me. Alright, the simulator gonna go ahead and go down. Like I said, super duper nerfed. Down to 300 health. So sucky, oh my god. Gonna go ahead and complete this wall off though. You always want to wall off against every single race as Terran because, why wouldn't you? Except against Terran, I could see why you wouldn't want to do that. But Protoss and Zerg, oh yeah, 100% of the time. Now, Jakesmo's aggression is going to go ahead and come to fruition as he sends his Warp Prism across the map, pretending like Terran is a Zerg player, just closing his eyes and saying, ah, red must be a Zerg. And it's going to go ahead and see if he can kill the ever-loving hell out of Xenoblaze. Now, Xenoblaze, Stim is probably not going to finish up by the time this hits. Yeah, it's hitting right now, so if he focuses down that add-on, it could be extremely important. Here we go, big old warping round of charge slots. Only 7 though, he could have afforded a decent amount more. There he goes, gonna focus down Stim, and it gets denied. That is an amazing pick up there, but like I said, Marines are pretty good. Charizard's not that amazing against Terran as you would like. Oh, and he actually is not picking up his Warp Prism into transport mode. Not picking up the Stalkers either. Whoa, a little bit of a miss macro there, definitely, without a doubt. But it's, the meat shield of the SCPs are starting to run up, but Xenoblaze just has too many goddamn Marines. And now he's only down 5 workers, but he has another base. He has a base up and running. He has an amazing tech advantage. Stim he doesn't have. That's pretty much the only major thing that he lost here that he really cares about. The 14 SCVs is like, meh. Probably should cancel that warping. Didn't cancel the warping. Now he's going to lose a couple more zealots just for freezies. And now things are starting to get pretty painful. I wouldn't be surprised if he just moves across the map as soon as Stim's done and just walks over Jakesmo. Jakesmo, kind of in a desperate situation. Now, if I were him, I would just like throw down Temporal Archives, maybe, mine as much gas as I possibly can, and hope that Storm will save me this round. Or maybe even a Dark Shrine. I don't know, something, just to make sure that he doesn't die. Let's see, 2 Menavacs, full of units, gonna go ahead and boost on out on the map. Now again, Stim takes literally forever to take finish. So Jakesmo does have a little bit of time. He has a very small army though. Maybe Xenoblaze didn't even have to wait for Stim. Maybe he could have just like F2A moved across the map and it would have been better. Who knows? Let's just make sure. I guess he's just going for the let's make sure we do this right build. You know, let's make sure we do everything right. And that's pretty much what he's doing. It's very hard for Protoss to come back in games. They don't really have a lot of comeback mechanics. Well, they do, but it's a very unforgiving race. You know, it's not like you can just. Mistakes are punished a lot more, right? If you lose your whole army ever at once and you don't get a good trade out of it, you pretty much always lose the game out of that. But, you know, we'll have to see here. Maybe he can bring this one back. Maybe he can bring this one back. Let's see. I mean, he's gonna try at least. He's throwing down a forge. He's mining gas now. It's gas mining got a little bit interrupted. It's a little bit late, but it's whatever, you know. But I think when Xenoblaze pushes on out, I don't know why he hasn't landed this third yet. He obviously very much could have. And actually, whoa! Fighting SC. Why would you fight with your SCVs? That was not a good idea, unfortunately for him. And he's gonna lose 19 SCVs to this charge up harassment. Absolutely worth it for Jakesmo. Wow, I'm not a big fan of that. Meanwhile, a drop over here is gonna try and do the same damage back at Jakesmo. Asu says Xenoblaze, but damn, Jakesmo is definitely taking a little bit. Oh, actually, he's actually doing a little bit of damage, but without the kiting, maybe the Marines are going to lose against the Zealots. No, he's going to absolutely tear these guys apart. And now there's no more Warpins back at home. In fact, there's literally no army. Oh my god, he could just end up losing this game if he can't warp on in anything, you know? Because this is all there is. This is, like, this is his army right now. That's all of it. And that's his army. And a Warp Prism, too. Yeah, he literally had to recall the... No, he recalled the probes over there so they could mine a little bit more, so we can get another warp in, because he is desperate, folks, just for any army, any sort of summon army. Stim is done. I really want Blaze to move out now. I really want Xeno to move out now. He really should probably move out now. That would be amazing. Jim is going to drop down, realizes that his probe's following him, not Zealots, and is going to go ahead and do some very naughty things indeed. And, ooh, actually has to be careful. Going to go ahead and lose a couple of units here. Kind of look like Dark Templars when they swipe, don't they? Hallucinates and Oracle gonna go ahead and fly on over. Red Rover, fight that Oracle on over. Oh! They think he saw it. And he's gonna warp in one Zealot, like, come on, Ricky, we need you! Ricky, a seasoned veteran of the StarCraft scene, knows exactly what to do against this. Run in, say you try it, explode, and then warp back to Ire. Good force field! Okay, that was probably his only chance of ever taking a good engagement. But it was just... No, it wasn't. It wasn't even gonna be a good engagement then. He would have gotten the Marauders, but his whole army would have blown up. And I think that's going to be it for our friend Jakesmo. A little bit too overzealous in producing them Zealots. A little bit overzealot, some may call it. Ha ha ha. Medevac has literally no health left though, and another Medevac is quite far away, so he has to be very careful with how he stims. And just goes ahead and stims to attack a building. Gotcha. That's what you want to do, then go ahead, but you know, losing a lot of health on these units. No splash damage, just a couple of Marines and a Zealot, or a couple of Zealots and a Sentry. Yeah, this is going to be looking to be GG here pretty soon. There we go. He has one last warp in. Let's see if he can make it count. All these units are super low, so it may be actually work here. And yeah, with one swipe, all those units just die to the Zealots. But I think there may just be enough raw DPS in here to kill enough things before they ever get to that point. I don't even think that the tanks should siege up. But they can if they want to. Okay, is he gonna say... Okay. Money says, you know, he's just gonna kill him with tanks, if at all possible. Like, these 3 tanks can take this on, no problem. But he doesn't want to risk it. Xenoblaze, ever the cautious player, is gonna go ahead and back on out for now. He has a lot of reinforcements after all, and a 3rd base. Why does he need to keep pushing? He doesn't need to do anything else this game, except, like, sleep. And maybe press the A key every once in a while, right? I mean, it is up to Jakesmo to try and get himself back in this game. But he has no natural, no mining, no units... no army, and also no supply, so that also is gonna kind of suck. Look, he just sadly, he's like, I wish there were 2 disruptors in this Warp Prism right now. I so wish there were 2 disruptors. Oh, is he gonna lose the Warp Prism? He totally is. Alright, well, that's life. All the probes are doing their best, but, you know, they don't care. GG is called, and Xenoblaze, in a blaze of glory, takes Team Terran up onto the scoreboard, 2-1 in favor of Protoss still, but there is still a chance for him to go. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and mention Xeno. I can't really need to go. Let me go ahead and quickly tell him that I need to go right now. I can't really cast the next match since 3 o'clock. I gotta go ahead and do something just to make sure I'm not late. And yeah, let me go ahead and let them know. Hey Zeno, you there? Question mark. GTG now. Can you take over? Why is the Little Mermaid stuck in my head? That I don't understand. Why the Little Mermaid? I don't know, Svagar. You are such an enigma. Okay. Well guys, let me quickly go ahead and sign off for the time being. As we pass into hour 4, I have unfortunately run out of time and I have to get going. But thank you so much for having me. Xenodactyl will be your host. He will be able to take care of you guys momentarily. And yeah, thank you so much for having me. My name is Swaghar. Been casting for AlphaX for 97 years. Here's the 97 more. And yeah, thank you for tuning on in. We have a lot more StarCraft to go today, so don't go anywhere, folks. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back with some more race words right after this.